Hi everyone, and welcome to Your Opinion Sucks, yet another podcast on the internet where a group of guys get together, talk about movies, TV shows, comic books, video games, and whatever else is going on in the world of pop culture. My name is Nathan Bauer. I'm going to be one of your hosts today, joined at the table by the boys.
We're the boys.
You want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm Laurence, and as Nathan said, I'm one of the boys, and that's all there is to know.
Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm also one of the boys. I don't know if I fully qualify as a boy, but I'll take it. I'm Garrett.
Why do you not fully qualify as a boy?
I mean, you know, it's 2016. Can you not gender
Okay,
shame?
there's no labelling here, Nathan.
That's going to be fun on the
This is a
podcast. Someone's going to
labelling
get offended by that. Okay.
I feel like you were offended by that.
I was very offended by that. What was you going to say? Did you have something to say, Garrett? Whilst I was doing that intro, you looked at me like you had some words.
No.
Okay, cool. Kai, do you also want to introduce yourself? Oh, wait for it. Here he goes.
Here we go.
Hi guys, I'm Kai. I'm not really one of the boys.
Oh, stop blowing out the mic.
Kai is not an official part of the podcast.
I'm Kai, and when I introduce myself, I swallow my microphone.
That's really good. That is. Just make sure you do that a lot.
Lovely and clean.
There you go. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the podcast is called Your Opinion Sucks. The basic origins behind this is we wanted to get this set up for quite a while now, haven't we?
Like a bit too long.
A bit too long, yeah. And we're recording at the end of the year.
I believe you made a Twitter account for it in summer.
September, yeah.
Was this originally? I mean, the working title was Four Drunk Dicks.
Four Drunk Dicks originally, yeah.
Four Drunk Dicks.
The original, I'm going to tell you, the original idea for the podcast was after I saw Batman vs Superman. Okay?
Was it that bad? You felt you had to make a podcast?
Yes. I was like,
I
need to talk about this movie. I need to do something, and I feel like I need to be drunk whilst I do it. So
Mate,
that was the idea.
I've got plenty of sober things to say about
We'll get there. I'm sure everyone will love that. Yeah, the idea behind it was originally it was going to be kind of like drunken movie reviews and talk. But then we thought that's a bit gimmicky, really, isn't it? It's a bit.
We're also not allowed to bring
we're
alcohol
also
in here.
renting the studio. This isn't in our house.
That's
Imagine if I threw up on all of this equipment.
Yeah, big shout out to LSBU for providing us with Elephant Studios.
Yeah, thanks guys.
It's pretty lit.
We apologise to the class that was probably meant to be booked in today.
There was actually meant to be a
Yeah,
class booked in.
no, they are booked in.
They are booked in, but they said, you guys just go ahead.
Well, we did book.
So we stopped someone's education to bring you this podcast. Hope it's worth it.
Classic banter on
Classic.
there.
$9,000 a year to not have
a studio.
Four pricks come in
Yeah.
and record a podcast instead of you learning.
At least we're not drunk.
What else would you want, mate? Yeah, it's like 10 in the morning. All of us have had like 2 hours sleep because we saw Rogue One last night.
We did see Rogue One last night.
We're not going to get into that just yet.
I feel like that introduction was feeling like we should get into it.
It's very misleading, isn't it? It's
hey guys, we saw Rogue One, but guess what? That's like cough button.
Yeah, that's
never do that again.
That's really good.
Your
what's going on, Kai?
Right next to me, so
we can cut this out. What's going on, Kai?
That was the cue.
On to the first topic.
Yes. So it is going to be a best and worst of 2016. Like I said, we originally wanted to get this podcast set up in March, so it was going to be a topic of Batman vs Superman, and then we tried again after summer, and it was going to be a summer blockbuster.
Can't.
Thank you. Bleep that out. Okay, yeah. Best and worst of 2016. Garrett, do you want to pick something and start us off?
Can we start on video games?
Yeah, of course we can. What you got?
Well, if we just go worst, as in like let down worst.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of Destiny since it first came out. 360.
360.
Yeah, Destiny first came out 360. I don't know if it came out on Xbox One at the same time, but I bought it on 360 because they were like, "Oh, you can have it free on Xbox One if you buy it on 360."
I love that it's the best and worst of 2016. You're talking about a game that came out in 2014.
Like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Well,
but it got a lot of like updates and shit this year, right?
Yeah,
like,
Rise of Iron, big update.
Yeah, I'm not so much a gamer, but I've seen Destiny flashed about in like loads of shops. So.
Yeah. I thought I'd start with Destiny because it's a good middle ground for me.
Okay, so what is? I've never played it.
So the story of Destiny, no one really knows because they don't have a story.
Okay,
they have a story, but the only way you can read it is by firstly you have to read it in a game. But the only way you can actually see it is by looking at these like grimoire cards on some shitty website that Bungie has.
So you have to go onto a website
yes.
to get the story for the game you're playing.
Yes.
Does the game not give you the story?
So it has like a few little cutscenes, but none of them really fucking matter.
Isn't that like watching a film that's like no,
it's
Ginoso
like,
turns towards the camera and is like, and if you want to see what really happened with our plans, I suppose you better
log on to Star Wars.
log on to Lucasfilm Rogue One movie. Yeah,
essentially. But I mean, what drove into the game is that the gameplay is actually good, which is what you need in a game.
Yeah.
It's why I enjoy Dark Souls, because it just
what kind of genre is it? I don't know anything about it.
It's sci-fi shooter.
Oh, cool.
Action adventure, depression, self-loathing, constant grind to try and get new gear.
Fun.
Kai is pointing at himself when I said self-loathing.
Oh, Kai loves himself.
Kai does have a top knot though, so he has every reason to self-loathe.
It's a bit harsh, mate. There's no need for that.
Classic.
Well,
banter.
Kai has 2 modes. It's top knot and enough hairspray to fucking relight the sun.
Yeah,
that is true. I'm gonna put a picture of Kai on our Twitter account so you can all see what he looks like. Although you probably all know what he looks like, because let's be honest, the only people who are gonna listen to this are our friends at the moment.
Our friends aren't even gonna listen to it.
It's just gonna be us.
It's like that time I made a film. Plug it. And no one watched it other than people I know.
I watched it.
You're someone I know.
I skimmed it.
Did you skim it?
I think so.
Garrett skimmed it.
That's quite insulting to me.
Kai didn't even watch it. Okay, great. Moving swiftly on.
So Destiny, is it fun? How many Destinies out of Destiny?
I would give it 5 out of 10 Destinies.
5 out of 10 Destinies.
And I mean that fairly, because it keeps pulling me back, because the gameplay's great. Like some of the events are a lot of fun. They've added in microtransactions to try and stop but it's microtransactions that don't give you an edge in the game. It's like cosmetic stuff.
It's not pay to win.
No,
I can't stand pay to win.
Yeah.
Like Battlefront,
I don't know. It's lacking. They tried to bring story in Rise of Iron. They had an expansion last year, which was pretty good, Taken King, which brought in like a new raid, all of this. But they just can't get it right. Can't get the balance between story and gameplay. The main sort of like character that you follow in Rise of Iron is fucking Lord Saladin. Yeah,
I didn't know if we were being silly when you said 5 out of 10. Thanks, dude.
No, that was legit.
That's the rating system. So 5 out of 10 Destinies doesn't really help me in terms of does it fall on the best of 2016 or the worst?
I was starting on like a middle ground.
Okay, so
it's the best, worst, and what's in between.
Okay,
it's the good, the bad, and the Destiny.
So you get
and we're
everything
here to take you through the in between.
There you go,
ladies and gentlemen.
That's very bad.
I'm gonna keep doing that every time.
I just got an email
every time I talk.
I just got an email from my accommodation telling me that my water is still poisoned, so that's fun.
Wasn't awesome.
That's fun. Okay, so no best or worst to start off with, just a nice middle ground.
Just a middle ground.
Middle ground.
It's good. Gameplay's great. They need to work on their story, because they seem hellbent on making the story a big deal.
Yeah.
If they sort of preface the game with, it just being this, go out, raid with your friends, have fun, play multiplayer, whatever, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But, you start off the game with this grand arcing story of hundreds of years of like shit going on, but you don't know what's happened.
You don't know any of that lore.
And some of it's really good. I have read some of the stuff, and Bungie, they know what they're doing.
That's what's throwing me off. This, you got to go somewhere else to get the story in that.
Yeah, that's something that would not be a selling point to me.
No, a game without a storyline is just not a selling point to me. That was everyone's main issue with Battlefront as well.
It's like when you play GTA and if not doing any of the missions, you just get fucking bored.
Yeah,
really quickly.
You do actually. Yeah, you get bored really quickly.
You jump off a few buildings with a parachute, and then you're like, okay.
There's only so many prostitutes you can kill before you
I know, and I don't even kill them.
Yeah, no, respect sex workers.
I just drive them to a better neighbourhood and say on your way.
Okay, well, everyone's gonna love that. I forget to use my cough button. Very sorry. Okay, so no best or worst, just a sweet video game.
Well, where do we want to go first, best or worst?
Don't know. Let's move on to Laurence to see what he comes up with. Laurence, what you got for us?
Can I jump back into film? Because I'm not a big game man myself.
We're gonna jump everywhere.
There's no structure to this.
We'll be popping and jumping and hipping and hopping.
I guess I'll go to TV show.
Yeah, that's a nice one, easy one. Yeah. Oh yeah, Kai. Kai, we're waiting for you.
Kai will love this.
This is very quickly going to become the roast of Kai. But yeah, no, I'm going to jump in and say something that we all want to say, which is the entire reason Nathan thought about this podcast idea in the first place. The worst of the worst, to quote Amanda Waller, Batman versus Superman.
Well, you quoted the wrong movie.
I did quote the wrong movie, but I didn't quote the wrong universe.
That's true.
So suck a dick.
No. Don't make me bleep everything out. Okay, so yeah, Batman versus Superman. Initial thoughts.
I went to the IMAX to watch this, and I was...
Did that improve?
Put it this way, it was a bigger, louder way of boring me. I went to see it with my friend Joe.
Yeah. JMO Joe.
JMO Joe, and our two... More on him later. And our two lovely honeys. Both lovely honeys fell asleep.
Okay.
And if you fall asleep in the IMAX in a movie that loud, it must be fucking god-awful boring. But yeah, no, initial thoughts, I thought, okay, that was a thing. It wasn't as good as I thought it'd be. But by the time I went to see it, I'd sort of started to read the reviews. So my hype had sort of died down a little bit.
I was the same.
Yeah, knowing it wasn't going to be as good. So I wasn't majorly let down. But I think it really kind of hits home when you go back home and then read some like reviews and you start to think, yeah, that was really stupid. Like so many plot points that weren't necessary.
The whole movie was just what was going on. I couldn't tell you.
Are you guys telling me you didn't love the Waynes dying again? Slow motion.
I love the Waynes dying again.
My favourite is Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He'll show up again at some point.
Do you remember when Negan and Maggie are?
Is it Maggie?
It's Maggie. Yeah, it's
really?
Lauren Cohen. Yeah.
I did not know that.
No, it is Maggie.
Oh wow.
Glenn never found it.
That's an age difference, isn't it? That's a big age difference.
It is, but like it's all...
JDM and Lauren Cohen.
No, but the screen is so dark that you can't really tell.
That's true, yeah. You can't see what's going on.
It's a Zack Snyder
film. But he's got money, so...
Yeah, exactly. Fair, he's got that coin. He's got that Wayne coin.
What I would like to see is... This is probably getting ahead of ourselves, but I would like to see Jeffrey Dean Morgan as a Thomas Wayne Batman.
Oh, like a Flashpoint.
Flashpoint, yeah.
Yeah, that would be very interesting. He said he's down to do it as well.
What would you think would be better than Batfleck?
I think that honestly, Batfleck is not the bad part of the movie.
No,
he's not.
I think he's
the saving grace of the film. Yeah.
He is, but I have a problem with the amount of killing he does. He does not give a fuck. He's a complete cold-blooded murderous psychopath.
I get that a lot of people's attraction to Batman is just he is cool and he throws things that are shaped like bats.
Also, don't forget that they lifted this kind of arc of Batman from Dark Knight Returns.
They did,
in that
but
one,
even
he is
in that,
way more ruthless.
He's way more ruthless, but even in that, he doesn't kill. He takes a gun off someone and he said, "This is the weapon of the enemy. We must not use." I'm paraphrasing it, something like that. We don't use these. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Okay, even in the most brutal Batman storyline, he still has some restraint. There's still something holding him back. And to me, that's the big appeal of Batman. He's more interesting when he doesn't kill because of what he's been through.
Yeah, but Zack Snyder doesn't have that mentality. He's like, oh, a death scene, an explosion. That sounds like good cinema.
I mean, why shouldn't Batman just murder 12 people with his machine gun on his car?
It's because people like Michael Bay have set the precedent. Like, there's no such thing as just
subtlety.
A static shot. You can't just put a camera anywhere and have the action
always
happen on screen. It's always got to be moving. Background's got to be moving alternately to the.
That's always good, isn't it? Yeah, that's what you want.
Good for Michael Bay. Anyway, back to Batman vs Superman. Yes. High points. Let's be positive for a moment. High
points. Batman.
Yes.
Personally,
when he's not killing.
When he's not killing, unpopular opinion, I think he is one of the best on-screen Batman we've had, or Batmen. However you want to rate that.
I'd probably agree with that. He's
the most faithful, I'd say.
His costume was pretty good.
His costume is very, very good.
Are we talking live action only? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So no Kevin Conroy.
No, movies.
Yeah, movies only.
Or like live action.
I mean, what's the competition though? It's not Adam Sandler. That would be funny. Yeah. Adam West.
From the man who brought you grown-ups.
Adam West.
Does Kevin James play Alfred?
Oh, that would be hilarious. I would pay.
He's just falling over everywhere.
He comes in with his butler tray and drops all the food everywhere.
It's so funny.
Yeah, and there's a laughing reel for about 10 years.
I would actually.
Yeah, and you know what? I would watch an Adam Sandler Batman film.
Yeah, just say you could.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty hilarious.
I feel like that'd be an interesting topic here as well.
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton was a good Batman. I mean, like, for his time.
Yeah.
When you think about it, he didn't have much to work with.
That's true. He didn't. He was a bad Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he was a bad.
And then the opposite. That is a good Bruce Wayne, but a bad Batman. Christian Bale.
No, why not? A good Bruce Wayne, but a bad Batman. Clooney.
I forgot that movie existed.
It's weird how we talk about Batman as if there are two different characters to it.
They are, though.
Yeah.
They are.
It's his alter ego. He's supposed to be a different.
It's like Peter Parker and Spider. No, that's less so.
Like the best thing about Bruce Wayne was that kind of scene in The Dark Knight where he walks in and he's like, "Oh, push some tables together," and the waiter's like, "Nah," and he's like, "Nah, well, you should, because I just bought the place like a second ago."
Yeah.
And then all of his models, like, he does that just so his models can go swimming in the fountain.
Oh yeah, they go swimming. That's weird. Why would you go swimming in the fountain?
It is weird.
It's because he has to seem like some kind of
playboy.
Yeah.
It's basically Bruce Wayne is a bad boy now, so like.
Also, why did he have 3 models in a 2-seater Lamborghini with him? That seems
one was
unsafe.
obviously sat on his lap, Nathan.
One was obviously under the fucking steering wheel,
and one was in the boot.
It seems very unsafe. He's Batman. He should respect.
One of those
laws.
honeys was with Alfred in the front seat.
Oh, Alfred was there too. Now
Alfred's always there.
Okay, Master Wayne, the Lamborghini.
Oh right, the Lamborghini then.
My friends and I were in Burma. Moral of the story, Master Wayne, I have Alzheimer's.
I thought a child playing with a ruby the size of a tangerine.
Tangerine. He doesn't have a list.
I know, but he's better with
size of a tangerine.
Negatives. Here we go.
Right, negatives. The overall direction, the pacing, Lex Luthor.
God, Lex
Superman,
Luthor.
and how he's given absolutely nothing to do the entire film other than cry about being Superman, which is not Superman in the slightest.
Here's a fun little fact for you. Henry Cavill as Superman in Batman vs Superman has less lines than Tom Holland as Peter Parker in Captain America Civil War.
Seriously?
That is a fact. Yep.
Wow.
Someone counted.
Even though Peter Parker is like a talky character and would have loads of silly lines.
I feel sorry for whoever had to count that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to watch that movie.
Purely because they watched it again.
Closely as well.
Did anyone buy the Blu-ray?
I didn't buy it, but I watched it. through totally legal means.
Yeah, I brought my copy over.
Yeah. I got the
I did the ultraviolet.
Yeah.
Yes, what I did from my friend's Blu-ray.
The extended edition doesn't do anything to help.
No, I haven't seen the extended edition.
It just extends it.
It just extends the bad bits, really.
Oh yeah, I heard it didn't add on any justification to the interesting parts. I heard it just literally gave you more background on like Lois Lane's subplots that no one gave a crap
pretty
about.
much. Like Lois Lane found out the guy who blew up in the Senate House or something didn't know that he was going to die because he had groceries in his fridge. So cool.
Oh, so you have groceries in your fridge?
That's Forrest Whitaker level in Taken 3. he bought bagels.
I haven't
why would he kill his wife? He bought fresh bagels.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
I've not seen
Liam Neeson comes home with fresh bagels. Forrest Whitaker with his like twitchy eyes, like, I don't think he killed his wife. Yeah. He bought bagels.
Yeah, the premise of it is Forrest Whitaker's like, there's no way he could have murdered his wife, otherwise why would he bring up bagels?
Yeah, and then for some reason he plays chess a lot or something.
He didn't think that maybe he was, after all this murder, he'd be a hungry boy and he'd have more bagels for himself. For example, when I have bagels, I have at least like 3-4 bagels.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm a hungry bagel boy.
That's a lot of bagels, man.
That's a lot of calories. Yeah, a lot of calories and carbs.
You used to eat healthier, son.
Yeah, I probably do.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on. Nah, I've got a positive about the film.
Okay, here we go.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Really?
No, because
he's the world's worst fucking news editor.
Yeah, he's terrible. But every single time he's on screen, he throws out a buzzword like it's going out of style. He's just like, Dropbox. I fucking love it.
That is true.
Why does he assign Clark Kent to sports? Why does he not have a regular sports writer?
Because look at Clark Kent. He's built like a fucking brick shithouse.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like he's a Superman.
Well done.
Yeah, no.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
No, I don't see it. He wears glasses. Superman don't wear glasses.
What they're going to do now, because Clark Kent's dead in this world too, so when they bring Superman back, what are they going to do with Clark Kent?
Probably recast him as not Henry Cavill.
So they're gonna have Henry Cavill as Superman, but they're gonna cast someone else as Clark Kent. Can it be Brandon Routh?
Well, how desperate is this motherfucker to live a civilian life? Because let's face it, civilians in these films, in these DC films, don't have a good life.
That's true.
You know what killed me in the end of Batman vs Superman? How it's like on the front page, Superman's like a fallen hero or whatever on the big cover, and you can see his old funeral with all his bagpipes and that.
By the way, is this recording? This is recording, right?
Yeah, for 29.
Okay, we're good. Yeah. That'd be a laugh if it wasn't.
Yeah, what crazy. Yeah, so you see like the fallen hero thing on the newspaper, and you're like, oh, Superman's dead, gutted. And then like whoever's holding the paper in the shot flips over, and it's like, oh, we say goodbye to one of our own, Clark Kent, with a picture of him as well.
They look exactly the same.
Yeah, I'm almost convinced it's the same picture. Yeah, it's like his Facebook profile. And he's just photoshopped glasses onto the Clark one. And he's like, yeah, Lois, that'll keep your secret.
It's a bad movie. There's no two ways about it.
There is no two ways about it.
People really want to like it.
I justified it so much because I knew I wanted to love it.
Yeah.
And I just can't.
Well, I do think that we hold way too high standards for superhero films.
We do, but
I mean they're hardly like
we do, yeah. If that
Citizen Kane or shit like that. Not that I like Citizen Kane, to be honest. I had to fucking stomach it.
If you watch Citizen Kane today, I mean, I know it's like supposedly the best movie ever made, but if you watch Citizen Kane today, it's just boring.
Yeah, it's really dull. It is so dull.
I feel like we've probably got way too high standards. It's like when I play video games, I'm one of those fucking assholes who finds it hard to go back to like games from my childhood. Because really?
Because of the graphics.
Yeah, it's quite jarring to go from something that controls like Last of Us, and then to go back to, I don't know, like
Grand Theft Auto 3.
Yeah, I was going to say Parappa the Rapper, but Parappa the Rapper is gold.
Let's move on.
Because I want to bring in this TV show that
we've
been dying.
Should we? Well, just to go back, I think we can all say Batman vs Superman worst of 2016.
The worst of 2016.
Why?
They have. Yeah, it's probably the worst of 2016, but.
Not the worst, but in the worst category.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely on that side of things. Just a few quick thoughts. Jesse Eisenberg of Lex Luthor. I have no idea why they cast him.
Right, there is one.
I have no idea why I love it so much.
You love Jesse Eisenberg.
I just find pleasure in him. Like, if you imagine it's a sequel to The Social Network.
I can see that as well.
He got power hungry with Facebook taking off.
There is one, I won't even call it a good scene. There is one good element of Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor, which is
the jar of piss.
Yeah, Granny's peach tea.
Yeah.
No, it's the bit at the end, I thought. The ding ding bit.
That's only good because of Batman.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with him.
When he comes in to brand him.
Yeah, but then doesn't, because he vaguely mentions Darkseid.
Yeah, oh yeah, he does, doesn't he? Which is a lot more context.
And then he's just like,
yeah,
that's also good content for the listeners.
Yeah. So. Nathan pulled a face similar to the Here's Johnny face.
Yeah,
I thought it was more like Predator.
You want to go for a Predator vibe, do you?
Huh? No, I meant like Predator from Alien vs Predator, not like Jimmy Savile Predator.
Okay, let's.
Oh, more editing.
That's getting cut.
Is that going to be a soundbite? Whenever anything gets
That's getting cut.
Yeah.
Thank you, boys. Okay, yes. So let's move on. Let's bring in our special guest who is joining us today. Yay!
Hey.
All the way from Devon, although he lives just Garrett's also from Devon, but Kai lives just 2 seconds down the road. He's very graciously agreed to join us as we talk about The Walking Dead. Say hello, Kai.
Hey guys.
Do you want to talk into the microphone?
Hey guys.
There you go. Okay. So Kai, you're a big fan of The Walking Dead, is that correct?
I am a massive fan. I love it.
And when was the first time you realised you had a brain hemorrhage?
Very funny.
It used to be a good show. It was a good. Don't give me that face.
So, okay.
It was a good show.
Used to be.
When Michael Rooker was back there, bit hamming up the acting, but it was fun as hell.
Yeah,
it was, and now it's just. I fucking hate that show so much.
May I take a stance?
Okay, here we go. Are you ready, Kai?
I'm ready.
Kai is here to defend The Walking Dead's honour. That's why
against three angry people who don't like The Walking Dead. Right. As a fan of the comics, of The Walking Dead, the TV show could not be more of a disappointment in every single possible way.
Kai, you're also a fan of the comics, are you not?
I am a fan of the comics, and in some ways I agree with you. The comics are amazing, but the show doesn't follow them like religion.
No,
Right.
it doesn't.
But
And
that's the
point.
problem.
Yeah.
How is that a problem? It's a
Okay,
separate...
Because
Alright,
what
yeah,
they're
but-
doing
but let's-
isn't working, Kai.
Let's take the Telltale games, which personally I would say are incredible, especially the first one we followed Lee. The reason it's so good is because it's not this like, oh, there are now 20 people in the group. Here's like 20 seconds of backstory this season. Try and care about them when they fucking die. It's like, no, you just follow one dude, and it's his fucking struggle, which is why I feel like they should just fucking kill off everyone.
Yeah.
And stop kidding themselves and just be like, yeah, Rick is a bad guy. Let's
Sasha
not
needs,
lie anymore.
Sasha needs to die. Rosita needs to die. Eugene needs to make a load of bullets and then die. Who else needs to die?
Carl.
Everyone that lives in Alexandria that isn't Rick, Carl, Michonne, Daryl, or...
Michonne needs to die too. She's doing my Odin.
Yeah, true. All right.
Oh my God,
Scrap that
what?
Michonne's.
Oh, Kai's going to defend Michonne's honour. Here we
She's
go.
such a badass.
She was. Now all she does is cry and mope about and walk with her sword looking sad.
To
at
be
some
honest, yeah,
burning
but-
mattresses.
It is really true.
That
yeah.
happens to you if you have to sleep with Rick Grimes.
What?
Yeah.
And that romance as well. Where did that come from?
Oh, I'll tell you where. Nowhere.
Well,
Basically, they realised that the show was like... Basically, Andrea, in the
Yeah.
comics, is possibly one of the best characters in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember her in the show, guys?
she was.
Yeah,
awful.
when she died.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that didn't happen in the comics. And she went on
She's
to
still
become...
alive in the comics.
She's
She's
still
still
alive
alive
in
in
the
the comics,
comics.
yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
she went on to become like the romance that they're trying to shoehorn Michonne into in the TV show with Rick.
Wow.
So she had that. She basically became Carl's like adoptive mother. No, but it does sound wank, but it's very, very good. And
How
it's
old's
very
Carl
well
in the
done.
comics?
Carl is... How old is he now, Kai? Like...
Oh, God.
I've just finished volume 25. So, for me, I think he's about... They jump forward a little bit. I'm going to say he's about 13-ish.
Okay.
But that's
When
it's
they-
never mentioned.
When they start, he's at 7, I think.
Yeah, and it's been a good few years.
He's not 7 now. How, that's another thing they need to establish. How long has this show been going on?
Yeah.
It's probably been what, like 8 years or 9 years they've now been in the zombie apocalypse.
No,
Probably
no,
a bit
no.
longer.
I can't think.
No?
It's,
No, because that baby is like fucking
Yeah.
3 years old at most.
Oh,
It's
shit.
between 2 and 3 years.
2 and 3 years. How has Chandler Riggs aged that much? He was like 4 in season
Yeah.
1,
Yeah.
and now he's like gross, and
He hit puberty like a train in season 2.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, like it was...
they really need to establish a timeline. And here's another thing. Do you remember back a few seasons ago when Rick was having that kind of romance with that woman from Alexandria?
Oh,
They
Jesse.
were like,
Oh,
they were
Jesse,
like,
yes.
his neighbor. They were like building it up.
The,
They were
oh,
going,
and then the one
it's
whose
gonna
arm
be-
he hacked off with
Yeah,
a
the one
hatchet,
who
yeah.
he kills, and then it's like, oh, I guess that was good. That went nowhere then.
Yeah. And the
Thanks
thing
for
is-
that.
Didn't he kill her husband as well?
Yeah, he killed her
Yeah.
husband,
Yeah.
and then like any good wife,
When
she fucked
That
him.
that
Yeah.
followed the comic storyline like to a T.
It did, to be fair. That
That's
was...
a problem, though. That's
No, because...
because it was just pointless. It was a waste of time. They just built us up with that romance. They got us invested, kind of, in that character, and then
Do you remember...
Bye.
Right, do you know what kills me? Right, is when... This isn't even... Like, it didn't happen in the show. It was like a producer mentioned something. I don't know which one.
yeah,
But they were like, hey...
Robert Kirkman.
Probably, yeah. They were like... The comic fans
Chris Hardwick.
love Negan. Yeah, probably was it.
He's not a producer.
No.
He should be.
He
He
may as
probably
well be,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, fans love him in the comic books and were expecting him on the TV show for a long time. So when Negan was announced to appear in season 6, it was great until he appeared in the last 5 minutes, and you're like,
That was
I
awful.
completely forgot you were meant to be here.
Yeah.
If they had said Negan's going to appear in season 7 and then we got him like at the end of season 6 as a shock, it'd be like, cool.
Garrett, I know you stopped watching
Yes.
The Walking Dead. When did you stop?
I stopped. What season are they on now?
7.
I
halfway
stopped
through.
midway through 5.
So you didn't see the season 6 finale then?
I skim. I didn't like
that's the best way to do it, because that
be
whole
honest,
finale was just pointless apart from the last 10 minutes.
It's not a
or so.
cliffhanger.
I loved it.
Of course you did. Why did you like it? Did you like them roaming about aimlessly for 2 hours and then Negan shows up for 5 minutes?
I did, because it showed Negan's control over them.
But he had nothing to do with the first part.
He was cornering them.
He wasn't.
Kai,
Yeah, he wasn't doing anything.
what happened in season 4?
Trevor was.
Yeah.
What happened
In season 4,
Yeah.
Cannibals?
Cool. There you go.
No. they all
the
got
prison got destroyed by the governor, and they went to
Sorry, boys.
Terminus.
Right. And what episode of the next season did they get out of Terminus?
The first episode.
The first episode.
What
episode was all of that resolved?
Like the third.
How long was that storyline?
So what was the
Approximately
fucking
3
point of the 4th season?
Sorry, boys, taking a Snapchat.
Fuck's sake.
There was no point in that whole arc. Like they killed off an ethnic character, which was supposed to be like whose death is it in the comics where they get bitten and then they.
It's Dale's in the comics, I believe. It is Dale's, isn't it, Kai? That is right. Dale's leg gets gnawn off.
I think so, yeah.
Because he's already on crutches at that point, I believe, and then
Was
his,
Dale on crutches?
Dale was on crutches. Dale basically took Bob and Herschel's story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Herschel is still in the comics, but he's not the Herschel we have in the TV
Herschel
show.
really.
He's completely different.
He's so different. He's he's quite a badass, to be fair.
I hated Herschel in the TV show.
Yeah, he was kind of. They need to stop giving Rick Grimes father figures for him to ignore. Like they just do.
Who's his father figure now? Negan? Like the bad stepdad? who-
Probably, yeah. It's like the angry one that beats his mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that
Sorry,
kind of-
Garrett.
Yeah, been there.
Domestic violence here on
What a
Your opinion's sad,
cut,
so-
and that who's cunt.
yeah.
And that's cut.
Cunts. I turn that around, cunt. So
I guess that's
Thank
cut
you.
as well.
Yeah, I guess. Let's give Nathan a whole lot of editing to do, guys. That'll be funny. So, Kai,
Yes.
what is your favourite season of The Walking Dead?
My favourite season.
Is
The
it
last
season
one is
7? Because it's pretty fucking awful.
It's not season 7.
Okay, good. Because I've hated every single episode apart from like one. That one with Daryl.
which one with Daryl?
The one where he's locked up and he's like, I'm on an easy street. Because it feels so sweet.
feel
I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's the best of the Bad Bunch.
The most recent episode, I think, was one of the best of this season. No, one of the best of this season, which is still dog shit. Because, like, at least 2 plot points happened.
Oh, yeah.
To say that about a TV show, hey, 2 things happened in that episode. That was a good episode.
How did that episode end? With all the cast smiling
yes.
at each other for
if
5 minutes.
If anyone is familiar with the scene in The Return of the Jedi, where everyone nods at everyone, where Luke reveals his plan to slap out his lightsaber
on
and
Tatooine, I
yeah,
believe.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they have about 4 years of nodding at each other. It was that. It was the most uncomfortable thing. In fact, Joe doesn't watch it. My friend Joe, he doesn't watch it anymore, and I hang on, we're posing for a selfie. And yeah, Joe doesn't watch it anymore. But I sat him down and went, "You gotta watch this scene." I went, "What?" He went, "Okay." I went, "Tell me what you pick up on it." And he went, "Okay." I went, "Oh, was Daryl still in captivity this whole time?" I was like, "Yeah, he's just got out. He's just seen Rick." And he's like, "Oh, it's cool that he like held it together and then like sort of had a little breakdown with Rick." I was like, "Yeah, that's a nice moment. That is a nice moment." And then we watched for about 2 minutes, and he turned to me and said, Why is everyone having a nice moment now?
Why was it still going?
Yeah.
After like 2 minutes, I was like, it's still going.
You know, people that walked to the hilltop with
Yeah.
Rick, they hugged each other.
Oh,
They've been
what?
on the entire journey with each other, and they were like, "Oh shit, yeah. Do you want a hug?"
It's because they've got hope now.
Have they got hope?
Do you remember
They
that
still
tiger?
haven't. Rick's just been like, "We're gonna kill him."
Do you remember that tiger?
Shiva, the one they had a budget for
Yeah.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Where's that been? Where's she been?
I don't know.
They haven't shown much of the kingdom, to be fair.
Good.
Do you know why?
It's boring.
That's because Carol's there. No one cares about her anymore.
They showed some of Carol.
Yeah, they showed some of Carol.
For 2 minutes,
Yeah.
she's just like saying, "I'm not getting involved with your."
I wonder if they showed any more of Negan's monologuing, because that happens in every episode. Basically, every time Negan kills somebody in the comics, they get to that moment in the show, and Negan's like, "Well, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna monologue," for about 14 fucking years, and it's always about like the new world order that he has and how Negan, and then it always ends with him like, "Do something for me," Like, so if I was Negan, and I was having a conversation with Nathan. I was like, Nathan, pass me the water, and you're like, no, and I'm like,
this is my water.
you need to remember that I own you. Pass me the water.
Check my mic. Just keep it back in.
Can I come back?
All right, yeah, put him back in.
I'll
Kai,
never do that again.
Kai, moving back to The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Why do you like season 7 so much? Why do you still choose to
Defend
the show when surely you must notice that at this point it's not entertaining.
It's not
just
as good as it
boring.
used to be. I'll grant you that.
What did you think of the episode with what's her face?
Who's her face?
Exactly.
Tara.
Yeah, Tara.
Oh, that was a really pointless episode.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. I'm glad they
Are they
going to
be in a
colony
big
of
fight
fish.
against Negan? No, exactly.
They're
I
a big
think-
colony of fish people.
I think we might see them again, but I don't think it'll be monumental.
Exactly.
so
what's the point?
I'm not even a little bit annoyed that I have no idea what you're talking about. It actually, for once in my life, feels great.
You feel good now that you
I
stopped watching.
It's good. I kicked the habit with that. Instead, I'm watching good shows
Okay.
like
Go on, hit us
Rick
with
and
one of
Morty.
them.
Rick and Morty's coming back soon.
Can't wait.
I mean, Netflix hitting out of the park, but although they're throwing away every other thing that they don't make, though.
Netflix are killing it.
Like,
They are, to be honest.
their library's getting quite smaller, while their original
It's becoming
shows-
more original, but
it's becoming
Do you
television.
remember when like
just
Stranger
like-
Things was not advertised like in the slightest, and then suddenly it became like the biggest fucking show of 2016?
Stranger Things was pretty lit, though. To be
Stranger
fair.
Things was amazing. Yeah.
Kai, have you watched Stranger Things?
I have. I'm still stealing Laurence's Netflix. So
What's
Are you still on my Netflix? Wow.
Wait, what account are you on?
Keith.
Ah, right, Keith. Yeah.
Is
See,
that
my
your
dad
dad?
never uses it. Yeah. Basically, Kai, that's fine to keep doing, but if
I
tell you
don't
to,
do it very often.
I know, but if I'm watching it and so is my brother, and I tell you to get the fuck
Yeah,
off,
yeah.
you have 5 seconds
yeah.
before I come to your flat and beat you.
I think you did that on date night once with Holly. So.
I did, yeah. I wanted. I think is I didn't even want to watch anything. I just put on the fireplace for your home effect to make a romance.
This is good
vibe.
content.
I'm not.
I want to stay in for the discussions.
Well, you can.
Oh, you can. You might not have much to add, but you can.
That's fine.
Okay.
Right,
I'm just
Nathan.
gonna let me ask Kai something. Okay, so recently you have been watching your way through Game of Thrones.
I have.
How are you finding that so far?
I'm loving it.
Are you loving it more than The
Are you
Walking
loving
Dead?
it, loving it,
Are
loving
you
it?
ready to admit that it's a much
Well,
better show than The
I don't want to
Walking
compare
Dead?
them because they're completely different shows. So,
They both have zombies.
well, yeah. I love them both equally.
Do you though? Do you though?
Yeah.
Okay, moving swiftly.
that's cut.
Thank you. Moving swiftly back in.
What's the time?
We have an
Mr.
hour.
Oh no.
Any more thoughts about The Walking Dead? Anyone?
Yes.
Cancel it.
Yeah. Aside from that, no. Right. You know.
Stop being dick.
No, you know Negan.
Yeah.
You know how Jeffrey Dean Morgan is perfect casting.
Mm-hmm.
Give him good dialogue, give him good direction, give him
Yeah.
good scenes, and give him good episodes, and he will be fucking great.
Do you know what? I want to see him as fucked up as he is in the comics.
I know, but they're never ever gonna do that because that would turn away like so many. Like, do you know how many complaint letters
Yeah.
AMC would get
Yeah.
if Negan did half the shit he did in the comics? He did
Talking
in
to
the TV
your
show.
microphone.
Sorry, microphone. It's okay. Yeah, no, they would get complaint letters. 'cause
Why would they
Negan-
get complaints though?
Because Negan
He
is
has
an
absolute
absolute
sexual relations with Lucille.
yeah, like
Really?
many times. Yeah, he's
what does he do?
Mate,
Shove it up his arse?
no, mate, he is 100% fucked up in the head.
How can he have sexual relations with Lucille aside from?
I don't think you see it. I think it's
Well,
very much mentioned though. Yeah,
I think
So-
the problem is with the show is that they try and take themselves far too seriously to have any fun that they have in the comics.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's true. Yeah,
And while the
that's
fun
like-
may be him shoving the bat up his ass,
It
it's
is
still
fun.
fun.
That's what
It's
Garrett made
ridiculous. It's
Garrett
fun.
made a very valid point to me last night. That it's so refreshing to have a villain who's enjoying the apocalypse
Mhm.
rather than being like, "This is how we do things now to survive." Like basically Rick and every other villain.
Yeah.
Well, they did the same thing with the governor way back when.
Oh, the governor was boring.
Nah,
he was much more
pretty
fucked up
dull.
in the comics than
He
he
was-
was.
yeah.
in
Oh,
the TV
by the
show.
way, guys, he kept heads in jars. Is that that's plot point? Yeah,
that's-
cool.
that's something weird guys do, isn't it? I mean, sure,
No,
why
yeah.
not?
No, the thing with the governor is in the comics. Again, he was so much better.
So this seems to be the theme of this
Yeah.
discussion. In the comics,
mate,
it was so
you know,
much
you know
better.
that you know that scene where he gets Maggie to take his top off, and Glenn's like, "Don't do it, don't take
Yes,
your top off."
yes, I
and then
remember
she
that.
does.
Yeah.
Right, that scene. Do you know what that was like? The poor excuse for in the comics.
What? A rape
The
or
governor,
something,
the
was it?
governor, tying up Maggie.
No,
by-
Michonne.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Michonne. To like all 4 of her limbs tied up, and he continuously rapes her and makes Glenn listen to it on the other side of
Over the
wall.
course of many issues.
Yeah, over the course of many issues, and then
Wow.
Michonne. This is why Michonne's good in the comics. she comes back, and then Rick's like, "Oh, finally, we're escaping this."
Hang on a second. Do you remember that scene in the TV show where Michonne and the governor have that fight and she stabs him with the glass?
I do.
Yep. Carry on.
That is the poor excuse for the scene in the comics where Michonne literally gets him about 5 times. She gets him to the point of death,
Yeah.
and then heals him. She
nails his cock to a bit of wood.
That's it.
She
yeah.
nails his cock to a
She
bit
chops
of wood.
off. She chops off all of his arms and legs. What else does she
I
do?
feel like The Walking Dead's on the wrong network.
She gouges out his eye instead of stabbing it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
If it was on a HBO,
With a spoon, innit? Yeah, she heats
A
up a
spoon.
spoon and then does it. Yeah.
See, if it was on a HBO or a Netflix or some kind of streaming service, we could see all this
Yeah,
shit.
we could. Yeah.
But the fact that it's on network TV, it's on AMC, it's not helping it at all.
No, it's not.
They're so restricted by what they can do there.
I think my final word on where The Walking Dead can go to fix itself is like what I said, give Jeffrey Dean Morgan a chance, because he is a great Negan. He just needs a good situation to
He's
be
had a
Negan.
chance, as far as I'm concerned.
No, but he can't help it.
He's had half a season.
Yeah, he can't help if Robert Kirkman
Cut him some slack.
does not know how to handle a TV show as well as a comic book,
That's fair. Garrett, any final thoughts on The Walking Dead?
other than end it.
Well, yeah. I mean, what do you say? The comics on volume.
No, I'm currently on volume
But
25.
it's still going, isn't it?
It's not far off that. I think it's about 27 now.
They're still making new ones.
Yeah.
I can't remember where I've read up to.
I think it's up to 27, but don't take that as fact.
Well,
How many
although
issues to a volume? About
I'll Google
7?
I
It's usually about 7.
It
standard,
must be,
isn't
yeah,
it?
because the volumes are quite big and the issues are really small in The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it must
yeah.
be quite a few.
although I'm sure it's only a matter of time before HBO are like, oh, all right, yeah, Game of Thrones has ended, but here's the prequel. Like, it'll
No,
be,
they got Westworld now.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah, that's true.
but Game of Thrones still will pull in more than Westworld will.
That's true. It has. So.
And they've got the budget to do whatever the fuck they want to.
I haven't
do.
seen Westworld.
I have not watched a single episode of Westworld.
We'll have
you?
to get on that.
No,
Yeah, we should.
but I mean, like, at least they've said, okay, there are 13 more episodes of Game of Thrones, then we're ending it.
Yeah.
I feel like The
Yeah.
Walking Dead is going to be so long
It's
and
gonna keep
overdrawn.
going on until everyone
Kai,
gets
when
bored.
do you want The Walking Dead to end?
Aside from now.
When do I want it to, or when do I think it will?
When do you
Want
want
it
it to? Garrett?
I was gonna say, if we're talking about the worst, I don't even know if it was this year or if it was last year, because I didn't pay that much attention. I watched it all, and I wanted to murder myself. But worse than The Walking Dead is Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh my god, that was awful.
Holy fucking shit.
You
Yeah.
still watch
Fear
that?
the Walking Dead is a pile of shit.
I'm glad. Okay, we can all agree on that one. We can all
Yes.
agree on that. Okay.
Yay.
Although I do still watch it.
Oh,
Oh, fuck off, Kai.
Why? Why? Is it just because
Do
you're
you
Just
so...
because it's canon and I like keeping up
No,
to
but
date
it's
with the
not.
storylines.
It's not canon.
It is.
Is it not canon?
It
No, but
is.
the thing is, yeah, it might be canon, but it's nothing to do with Rick. You don't
No,
get to watch
no,
one
no.
to enjoy the other.
But it's the same universe.
It's not like how they tie in. I don't watch it, but it's not how they tie in like Supergirl, Arrow, and the Flash in
Yeah.
the CW.
No, they don't have crossovers.
No, exactly. There's no crossover, so it's not. Therefore, you don't need to watch the.
Because they're going way back to the beginning of the
Are
apocalypse.
they still at the beginning of the apocalypse?
No, it's been a year from now, and they've
Yeah,
ended
they're
up in a
pretty
Georgia
far
state
into
of
it.
They're
Washington.
pretty far into it. What are they
Yeah.
doing now? Because last time they were just like in some house crying and holding each other. So
I think they're in Mexico.
they're in. Is it still that family?
Oh, it's weird how they got to.
Yeah,
Mexico,
it's
isn't
the
it?
same
Did they
like
t-
main family.
Did they do the Walking Dead way of traveling, where they are in a bus for 2 episodes and then suddenly they're
Boat.
over the state? Oh,
No, there was
boat.
another boat.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Walking Dead, stop using the same road you used in season 1 and pretending
Yeah.
it's in a different state. I know it's
Yeah.
not.
Georgia looks a lot like Washington.
Yeah,
mate.
it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how it's cheaper to film in Atlanta, and they always end up back in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What a shit show.
Going back to the comics,
Yes.
there are 27 volumes.
27
27 volumes. I was bang on.
So you're pretty close.
162 issues.
Oh, I actually don't know.
162.
I actually don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of comics, because Robert Kirkman doesn't exactly hurry up when he makes.
No,
them
it's
either.
one a month, isn't it? That's the usual
issues.
standard. Yeah.
Issues,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
22
done
pages a month.
162 issues since 2003.
Wow, quite a while. Good 13 years, 14 years.
Bloody hell.
So, yeah.
All right, go on.
Cool.
Should we roll on with the new
listen,
topic?
I feel like we should talk about something positive now. 'Cause-
Best video game of the year.
Here we go.
Unquestionably, it's Overwatch.
Overwatch.
I'm pretty sure most people are agreed with that.
So what is Overwatch?
Do
Overwatch
explain.
is
Yes.
Blizzard, who are World of Warcraft. etc.
By the way, Garrett
Diablo.
is the gamer of the
Yeah.
group.
We're not.
Don't label
Oh,
me.
hang on, guys.
Don't label me like that.
I'm not a can of soup. What are you doing?
I wanted to
Moving
lean
his
back.
mic.
Oh yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, Overwatch is like Blizzard's first foray into first-person shooters. It was originally supposed to be this big MMO sci-fi kind of thing that they were working on. They've been working on it for like 10 years or something like that.
Oh well.
Scrapped it all. Said fuck it. We're just gonna like make a fucking first-person shooter with some of the assets from Titan,
Yeah.
and it's like one of the most fun games I've played in years and years. Like it's just multiplayer shooter. Like there is story to it, but I mean, unlike Destiny, it doesn't like
You don't
fucking
have
lie
to go
to you with all
find
of this.
it. Yeah.
Like one big old cutscene of exposition, and then you're just like, oh, okay, now I'm just killing shit. It's like, nah, here's a cool little fucking character background
Yeah.
animation. Now just go fucking play with them. It's
Is
so
it
good.
like an MMO? Or-
No, it's basically like a MOBA.
What's a MOBA?
So like Dota, League of Legends kind of stuff. It's got a lot of those kind of elements. Like you'll have to push you'll have to hold a control point and push something somewhere, which isn't completely Dota and MOBA, but whatever. I'm bad at explaining.
It doesn't help that me and Nathan know nothing about games.
Yeah,
either, so we can't help.
What do you do? I'm more of a casual gamer. Like,
I'm way more of a
I just
casual
pick-
gamer.
I know nothing.
Jon
Jon Snow.
Well, what's great about Overwatch is it caters to all audiences. There's the arcade mode where it's just pick any character you want, have fun, play whatever. Then there's competitive, which you try and rank up. It gets quite salty. Getting on the voice
salty
chat,
game.
getting on the voice chat when you go plus 3,000.
Do you get
It's ranked at 5,000. It gets very salty.
Do you get a 13-year-old boy telling you that your mum is going to currently have sexual relations with him?
No, actually,
No.
it's usually
love-
40-year-olds now
Okay.
complaining about what?
Let's cut that out. Let's cut that out.
And that's
What the hell?
No, I'm not complaining.
yeah.
I feel like I'm not actually going to cut
Penis.
this stuff. It's
actually
his password. His password is.
I don't know if you've ever played a Blizzard game like Heroes of the Storm, Warcraft, Hearthstone, anything like that.
I haven't, to be fair.
I would advise it. I think we should
You
have
would?
a big old playthrough of Diablo, all three of us. Maybe
How
Kai
do
can
these
be there
games
too.
play? Isn't that's that really like hard game, isn't it?
What, Diablo?
Yeah.
No, not
Is
at
it
all.
not? Which
Not at
one's
all.
the hard? What am I thinking of? The
Oh, you're thinking of Dark Souls.
yes, I am.
Yeah,
The-
not even close to each other.
Okay, right. What's Diablo?
Diablo is like a simplified World of Warcraft that's like top down. It's like a fixed camera angle that sort of follows the character around.
Top down does my head in. Like,
No. It's not like RTS style
Okay.
where you have to like look ahead to figure out where enemies are and shit like that. It's like it's this fucking story and it's fun. It's like a loot dungeony thing. Some of it's randomly generated.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
So is it as good as No Man's Sky?
I heard that No Man's Sky was the biggest letdown of the entire world.
It was just a big lie, wasn't it?
Technically yes.
Yeah, technically.
In their official stuff that's on Steam and everything, they didn't technically lie, but
Okay.
but they did.
there were technically lies fronted by.
Well, they said
Whatever his name
you
is.
You can play with your friends and you can go.
you can
Why
play
are
with
they-
your friends.
you
Why
can
are they
play with-
Irish?
Because he is Irish.
He's Irish.
Oh.
The developer. Over
Yeah,
there.
I'm so sorry.
It's
I
a
didn't
really,
research it.
it's a really small studio.
Yeah. Hello Games, is it?
Yeah, Hello Games. They did a really good job. It's just that it was so overhyped because Sony were like, oh, fuck, let's
fund this. Yeah.
Let's give them probably one of the biggest advertising budgets a small company's ever had.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They had like a really big presence at E3 and stuff.
Oh, huge. They had like a fucking half-hour section on the main stage or whatever.
Just press your button.
I'm just having a fucking drink,
press
boys.
your button.
Oh no, I'm gonna chug it
Oh,
right into the mic now.
They have started updating it though. It's just that they're
What? Stop that. What are the updates?
So
What are you getting with them? Have you played it? Have you got it?
I've played it. I don't have it.
Right. Okay.
Sorry,
but-
that water's fucking buttons. Sorry. Carry on.
They've tried to update it, and apparently there's some quality of life improvements. Like, you know, you can build bases, you can do all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You get what?
New animals?
It's no, it's
Can you
all
play as a
procedurally generated
beaver?
bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
if you watch the trailers and you see these massive giant fucking beasts and this lush greenery or whatever, you might eventually see that same tree, but
Okay.
you're gonna see just like a little fucking
On a different
little
planet.
mite on the ground. But that, I mean, I guess that is what procedurally generated is.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna get shit like, yeah.
Is
basically
the
Minecraft in space.
Is the universe actually as big as they claim it is?
Yeah, wasn't it true? Something like it was like an infinite number of planets they rendered. Or some shit?
No, they didn't. It's not an infinite amount. You're very, 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 very unlikely to ever find a planet that someone else has been on, because
Right.
they name it and they name the life there. I remember they were
There
like,
must be a fucking lot of planets then.
oh, there's like fuck ton. I couldn't give you the exact number, but there's
isn't it
like,
all in real time as well? Like, you're flying to a planet and it's going to take you like, I don't know, 3 hours or something to get across from one to the other. Because that's what I remember them saying.
that was their
yeah, exactly.
good way of doing loading times.
Oh.
Obviously, once you like upgrade your ship and stuff, I'm pretty sure
You get a
can go
hyperdrive.
faster.
Yeah.
Um,
That's like the worst thing about the Assassin's Creed games when they introduce the pirate ship. It's like, now your mission is on the other side of the fucking globe.
I
and you've got to
didn't
get there
mind
in
in
a
that
pirate
game.
ship.
I didn't mind in that game. It was fun sailing.
It was as fun as it was sailing when there's like massive patches of open water and you're not beefing someone. It's
No,
just a
because you
bit
can
like,
make your crew sing.
yeah, but I turned my crew off because I couldn't fucking deal
unlock,
with it.
Yeah,
unlock new fucking
Sea shanties.
Yeah.
Your horror fidelity.
Yeah, I want a sing star like version of Assassin's Creed where it's just
sea
pirate
shanties.
shanties.
That'd
Yeah.
be so, I'd play that.
I've never really
would play
played
that.
Assassin's Creed.
Good input. Carl.
No, I was gonna
Guys,
say
I was Walking Dead
no.
hole.
Turn your mic down.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
mic is so fucking
really
loud.
I was gonna
If
say
you want to get into Assassin's Creed, I would say if you've got a 360 or PS3 or whatever, pick
I don't
up.
really have anything.
All right, well then, I guess you can't play any of them.
I was gonna say that the new Assassin's Creed film looks sick though.
I'm very
It
much
does
looking
look-
forward
it
to
does
it.
It's
look
very
good.
much straying, like keeping with the source material, but also straying away from the source
But I
material.
like that.
But I'm
Yeah,
okay with it.
Yeah, I am too.
Because
no
at
one
this
would have
point,
liked them to do an
they've
Ezio
told-
film.
I would, just because. Well, no, actually,
Yeah,
I
but
wouldn't.
anyone they cast would be wrong.
That's true. You can't if you can't get Roger. What's his name? Roger Smith. Roger Craig Smith.
Something
Something like that. The guy who voices
Roger.
Ezio. If you can't get him, then what's the point? Because
Requiescat
bastardo. It's like if you can't get Joel in The Last of Us. What's his name?
Troy Baker.
Troy Baker. If you can't get Troy Baker to play Joel in The Last of Us movie, then just don't make The Last of Us movie. What are you doing, kiddo? I thought that was quite good. That was a good impression.
That was pretty
It
good.
was
That was
alright,
pretty
yeah.
good. What are you doing? No, I lost it.
Yeah. It's so slow when it's that turn from like a good impression to what are you doing, kiddo?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah, Assassin's Creed is possibly my favorite game series. I know that's not saying much because they've had a few stinkers in there.
Yeah, but they've got some
But
gems.
the Ezio,
Assassin's Creed,
the Ezio
Brotherhood,
trilogy,
Assassin's Creed 2.
yeah, and
Revelations is
Revelations is a bit
felt like
shaky.
a slog at times.
Yeah.
but it
It
was
was a
good.
bit. It was.
But
a bit
I think it was a
shit.
nice cap off to the Ezio trilogy.
Yeah,
though.
Yeah, and it was nice that you got the Altair storyline as well.
Yeah,
And you could play as
exactly.
Altair in the first time with like graphics that were better than just the first Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
game.
I think my big problem with Assassin's Creed is this is completely personal. Like, it like
All the ethnics.
all the ethnics. Fucking having to
Tarek.
play as
Tarek.
fucking Altair.
And
I want my Assassin's Creed in Birmingham by a man named Dave.
Didn't they do that? Didn't they not Birmingham? Didn't they bring it to
Yeah.
Croydon at some point?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
playing
yeah.
it. Syndicate. You're playing Syndicate.
Syndicate's
I know,
It
but
starts
I
off in Croydon.
is that where it starts in
Yeah,
Croydon?
it starts in Croydon.
I
Yeah.
must have missed that.
You know
like,
when they're on the
seen it.
train bit at the beginning.
Is that
That's
Croydon?
Croydon, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Where's the station?
I don't know.
Where's all the cool stuff?
But my
The
problem
View Cinema.
my problem with Assassin's Creed like my problem with most things. I was talking to you about it yesterday. Is like, say a horror film.
Yeah.
If it's a dude in a house with a knife and he's a bit fucked up, that's scary to me. If it's like, oh, this dude's a ghost and he's also a werewolf, that's not scary.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed isn't meant to be scary though.
No. But like, it takes the realism out of it for me.
Yeah.
I think Assassin's Creed would have worked as just this, like, oh, they're a Templars and they're an Illuminati.
So just the past storyline, none of
the whole
Animus,
like, oh, you
no
look through someone's Animus and Animus and Abstergo.
Yeah.
But instead of looking for these magical pieces of shit,
the Apple of Eden.
Yeah.
They literally are. They're not even relevant.
The Apple of Eden in the movie looks sick though. It
I
does
haven't
look
seen it
good.
yet. Was it in the trailer?
Yeah, it's in one of them.
Yeah. The trailer we watched yesterday was good.
Yeah, but I don't. It would have been enough for them to go like, oh, okay, they're looking for some kind of religious book that would have led the masses or something. I can dig that, but a magic sword and Apple of Eden and all that
is
bullshit.
a bit irritating.
The whole like the first civilization, what they called those like weird.
I don't know, but they look like the fucking Na'vi from Avatar.
Can we also can we take a minute to wonder what happened with the resolution to Desmond's story?
He just died.
No, he just died, and then
wasn't there a massive consequence of his
that
death?
woman or something came out.
Juno.
It
was Juno,
and then it never went on because they realized that they went too magic-y and sci-fi bullshit.
Yeah,
and they should have just fucking.
They tried to tie it into all the like 2012 Doomsday stuff, didn't they? Like, you remember the 2012 End of the World thing, like December 21st?
Oh,
I remember watching 2012.
Oh, that was a good movie.
Or maybe it was San Andreas. It's the same thing.
One of the things.
Yeah, that's true. One of them has The Rock where he fights an earthquake.
Yeah,
I'd love to see.
He finds an earthquake.
He fights an earthquake.
Oh,
The Rock versus an earthquake.
Yeah,
and
he wins.
In fairness, I don't know who would win. Yeah,
the Rock would win.
Yeah, The Rock.
What a good movie. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Assassin's Creed.
I am looking forward to Assassin's Creed.
I know video game movies have never really given us much hope in the past.
I keep seeing articles pop up on this website I follow.
Comicbookmovie.com.
Comicbookmovie.com.
Sick shout out.
That was on my knee.
Why would you do
What's wrong with you? Anyway, that's cut.
I'm leaving that in.
Or not then. Sure, why not? Let's just stay in. Let's just be like that. Yeah, no. The articles keep popping up on Comic Book Movies saying, oh, you know, will Assassin's Creed break the video game curse? Which is like just every video game movie has to be a bad movie.
Yeah.
Like, there's no two ways, but like Prince of Persia, dog shit.
I wouldn't say it's dog shit.
I'd say it's dog shit.
I would.
It's by the numbers. It's a pretty. It's just a film.
There's worse movies. There are much worse movies.
There's also
and there's a lot better movies.
There's worse movies.
Yeah,
than
like
Batman
the Street
vs
Fighter
Superman.
movie.
That's true, and I wouldn't say that's dog shit.
You would say that's dog shit.
No, I
though.
probably would say that's dog shit.
Because it is dog shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're veering off topic again.
Yeah, we are.
We do this.
We do this a lot.
Go on,
what was this topic originally?
I've no idea, but
I don't
hit
even
me up
know.
with a fresh
I think I started talking about video games, and
You
now
did.
we're on to Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, we got that.
Anyway, yeah, Overwatch. It's very good. Like the
remember
character
Overwatch?
design.
Yeah.
The character design of that game is probably the best ever. Like it had the most fan art. Oh,
Ooh, what happened to your mic?
I don't know.
Yeah, you good.
So Overwatch, it had like, it was an open beta last year. I was in closed beta before that. It was probably one of the most successful betas of all time ever.
Yeah.
And it had the most fan art and the most porn of.
Keep talking.
I mean,
I'm more interested to see where this porn goes. To be honest.
Keep talking.
I would check out some Hanzo and McCree. They're a pretty good pairing.
Hanzo and McCree.
Some.
I was told yesterday that. Could you please explain that rule for a second?
What?
I know it's a bit off topic.
Rule 34.
Yeah. Oh, good. Some Overwatch porn.
Show me through the glass. Yeah.
It's not
Kai's taste. Kai's a connoisseur of porn.
Kai's way more interested in the porn I was told about yesterday, where Negan fucks Glenn's eye hole.
Was that yesterday? Oh, that was yesterday.
When did you say that?
Oh,
the cinema.
no.
Well, it's because we were explaining the rules of the internet.
Ah, yes.
Oh, a Frozen one.
Let it
Nice.
go.
Oh, that's probably with May or something. There's May is she's ice.
For those
she's
that
Chinese,
can't see
whatever.
this visual joke, it's a nice little
We'll
cap
tweet
of
out
Elsa
all the porn.
with an orgasmic face,
Oh wait, I need.
screaming "Let it go."
Laurence, bring us on to the next topic. What you got for us? Deadpool.
Yes.
Deadpool. Garrett, what's the story of Deadpool?
The story of Deadpool.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, the director left.
Oh, Deadpool 2 we're talking about now.
No, I just assumed we were talking about the general Deadpool.
Okay.
Here's the thing about the film.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because
I feel like there's a butt coming here.
No. Well, alright, I'll do it the other way so that you get a butt.
Okay.
I love the comics, but
okay,
often like the jokes can just be it's just not funny. Like,
just like look at my dick.
I'll be honest, yeah, it's great. He loves
Shit,
chimichangas and
yeah.
tacos. That's funny as hell, but it's not
after a while they can get pretty.
Which is why the film did such a good job of cutting out the majority of that.
Yeah,
annoying
that
Deadpool
crass
side,
humor. Yeah,
it's like when Laurence makes the same jokes over and over again.
I don't do that.
You do though, kind of.
What do I do?
Shut up.
Give me an example.
No,
I'm not going to stop this, Nathan.
No, it was cool. It was a passion project for everyone involved.
It was, and that's kind of what worries me about the sequel, because I think they might just do that again. Just more crass humor, more dick jokes, more.
I think it's going to be
swearing.
difficult for them to come up with something original.
Yeah,
well, that's the thing. The thing with that is Deadpool is an original concept. They can do the same thing twice, and it won't piss anyone off. And it won't, as long as
Did you just say Deadpool is an original concept?
No, but like,
When
you
I say-
know
when
what
he's
I
on-
mean. It's a
when
different
he's-
way of making this.
Wade Wilson, Slade Wilson.
Yeah. Spider-Man's costume. Yeah. No. I don't mean it like that. I mean that it's an original concept for like a fourth wall breaking superhero that recognizes that superhero trends are stupid, shit like that. So that's the thing. The idea is so fresh from like we've had like since 2008 we've had Marvel Cinematic Universe kicking off with all of these films. It's such a fresh take on a superhero film to be
Yeah, it is.
taking the piss out of other superhero films and even itself. So that's the thing with Deadpool 2. They can do the same idea. My only fear is that they're going to do it exactly the same.
Yeah.
Which is where all these creative differences stories have come out. Actually, there is a quote
yeah,
from
I
Tim
mean,
Miller
it
somewhere.
depends what you want from it. I mean, a lot of people do go to the cinema to watch Michael Bay blow shit up, to watch these like people loved.
To those people, drink bleach.
People love Batman vs Superman because it was just a big extravaganza, fuckfest, whatever.
Yeah.
And a lot of people want that, but personally,
it
I
wasn't,
like.
though.
No, exactly. That's what I love about
boring.
Deadpool. Wait, what?
Batman vs
Oh,
Superman.
I thought you were going to say Deadpool.
No, Deadpool wasn't boring.
No, it like.
But people will always watch films like that because of the brand name.
The intellectual property, the IP. Yeah, because
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is Deadpool it was a small story. Like at
it
heart,
was.
It was just, a little love story. It's essentially a fucking John Green novel. Love story. Dude gets cancer, leaves for.
Oh wow, it is.
Yeah.
Here on this screen here, gentlemen.
Okay.
This is something that Tim Miller has said.
Yeah.
He said basically to summarize. Tim Miller has said it's important to me what the nerds and geeks think. He didn't want to make some stylized movie that was 3 times the budget. So, like, everyone reported that, like, oh, he was the reason he went power mad with his budget.
Yeah.
A direct quote from Tim Miller says that is not true. That is not what happened. So, another fear of mine is that the person that was clearly causing these creative, like, the reasons for these creative differences with Tim Miller is actually still on the set, still working on the film.
Ryan Reynolds.
No, because Ryan Reynolds knows the character backwards. He knows what to do.
Yeah,
he wouldn't be idiotic.
I'll be honest. I trust no one more with a character than I do him with Deadpool.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. That's if Marvel ever get the rights back to the X-Men universe from Fox,
Mate, that's gonna be hell.
Yeah, recast everyone. Leave Deadpool.
Leave Deadpool.
Yeah,
that's the
definitely.
only one that you can actually do that with, really.
Well, they technically did it already. Like, he died.
Yeah,
essentially.
exactly.
Although wasn't that probably retconned?
That's
in Days of
been
Future Past
retcons
or
because
whatever,
of
but still.
But the whole X-Men timeline is just messed up, though.
Yeah.
It's
Can we
mess.
talk about the X-Men for a second?
Yeah, aren't
Yeah,
they scrapping it all now?
Yeah, they are. I think so. They're just
Well, they
starting
certainly
afresh
should,
now.
seeing as Jennifer Lawrence looks no older than 26, and realistically, in the X-Men franchise, going from the 60s to
She's
the next one
aged
being in the
about
90s,
40 years.
she should be at least 60 by now, given that she was at least 20 in First Class.
Right, but she's fucking Mystique.
Okay.
So she can just be 20 when
That's
she's
a
20.
good. That's actually a very good point. Yeah.
Plus,
same point to you,
plus
gentlemen.
Mystique doesn't age that much. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, same point with Charles Xavier and every other character.
I will
Okay,
say
that's fair. That's fair.
Charles Xavier does look older.
Because he's bald. That's it.
No, not even then. Like, you know, in Apocalypse, where they show you like flashbacks to First Class.
Yeah.
It was actually, I don't know if they did something, if they applied the CGI filter or something, but I was like, they actually look so much younger in that film. That's why I was like,
if you watch the films back to back, they do look as if they age.
All right, but Nathan, okay, yeah, they do look like they age. Fair enough. They certainly don't look like they age 40 years. Though.
No, that's true. That's true. I will
they
give
look
you
like
that.
they age
don't.
about 3 years at the most. Oh, that's funny because they did age about
No,
3 years at the most.
it does look a bit more than that. I think they've done some kind of trickery, something.
I think they might have just literally greyed up Fassbender's hair a little bit on the sides, stuff like that.
Fassbender's so good. Though,
It
he's
was hardly a Tarkin job in Rogue One.
Oh yeah.
We're not talking about that yet. We'll get there.
Rogue One's our big finale.
We'll get there.
Do you know what annoys me about the X-Men?
What?
They set up
They're
Days
not
of
all
Future
just men.
Past.
They what?
They set up Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
Say they're not all men and then snarl.
They set up Days of Future Past as if they were gonna bring out loads of new films, like this new timeline where Jean and Scott are back, and all of a sudden they've jumped way ahead with Logan.
See, that's not what I got.
No.
from it.
That's different. It's like they did Apocalypse afterwards. That was the sequel to Days of Future Past. Logan was gonna happen anyway. They're gonna do another Wolverine solo film.
Copyright. We can't do it anymore.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine with Logan happening. In fact, it actually looks kind of.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Logan
happening,
looks really good.
looks beautifully done.
So yeah, X-Men. Anything else?
X-Men. Yes, something that does irritate me with the X-Men.
The timeline, because it's all over the place.
Yeah.
There's been like 4 Jubilees. There's been like 7 Kitty Prides. There's been whatever. It's
basically there's no way to summarize it other than it's a mess. But can I just say I do not want a reboot.
You're getting one.
I don't want one.
I reckon they'll do
getting
one.
And there's also a TV show Legion happening right now.
Yeah, there is.
Yep.
It's literally like about to air.
I think they're going ahead with this reboot. I think they should just say Deadpool is in this new universe and not the old one. Really?
Yeah, but Deadpool can do.
That's true. Deadpool could just
Yeah.
jump between the universes.
I'd quite like to.
Like
keep,
he even said, like, oh, we're going to see the Professor. Oh, Stewart or McAvoy.
Yeah, Stewart or McAvoy. I can't keep up with his timeline.
I would quite like to keep that Colossus and that
Colossus was so good.
Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Oh yes, please.
Yes, she that was pretty lit.
They didn't have the rights to Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
No, they had to do a deal with Marvel
they traded for Ego.
Ego, yeah, for James Gunn.
Oh, so
Guardians
now
of the Galaxy.
that's why the Living Planet can be Star-Lord's dad, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he actually Star-Lord's dad in the comics?
No,
it's
Jay Sun in the comics.
Yes.
My
Jay
boy.
Son of Spartax.
Jay Sun, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Who is a Tony Stark type, like every single Marvel character ever.
Wasn't
Looking
Tony
at you,
Stark
Doctor Strange.
Wasn't Tony Stark never actually a complete dickhead until Robert Downey Jr.?
The character, like in most comic book movies, this happens quite a lot. People don't
Yeah.
realize. The comics always kind of like make not huge, just like small significant changes to their characters when the movie comes out.
Always a costume change.
Always a costume change. Always like when Sam Raimi's Spider-Man came out in like 2002, 2000. Yeah, I think it was 2002. They changed so he had the organic web shooters. He was organic webs. And
Oh,
not
really?
and not the actual thing.
I don't think they should though. The comics and films exist in a separate world.
Yeah, I know, but it's branding really, because like people will see the movies and they go, oh, I want to like check out these comics now, see what I can read, and like if it's totally different, it's gonna put them off. So that's
Like
why they make these changes.
if you look at old Guardians of the Galaxy,
it's nothing like
it.
the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I don't know much about Marvel comics or DC comics or anything like that, but
What Image?
the whole this is it the New 52 thing?
That's a DC thing.
Yeah.
I thought it's not New 52 now. Now
It's Rebirth now.
Rebirth now.
Yeah, but
It's
was there any point to
it's
that?
essentially
that's
like
Was you just naming something you knew?
No, because
New 52
Because they're like scratching
hey
his head.
guys.
It's like
buzzword.
Flashpoint. Am I right?
Yeah.
because from what I gather from it, it's as if they've taken characters, like picked them out of the TV shows and put them in the comics rather than taking them from the comics and putting them in the TV shows.
Are you talking about New 52 here?
Yeah.
No, it
Is
was
that wrong?
It was
Yeah, I
more. It
think
was
so,
more their
yeah.
way of just trying to reboot everything.
Right.
Yeah, just give it a fresh coat of paint, basically, and be like,
Oh, yeah.
I read
Look at
one
that
story.
characters.
I picked up the bit I was telling you about it the other day.
You're talking of Rebirth here, not New 52, by the way.
I don't know. I think it's a story from Rebirth, but
It's Rebirth,
okay.
the Joker one.
The Endgame.
Yeah,
Joker
it's all
Endgame.
about the Joker.
Yeah.
It's Rebirth,
Okay, Rebirth. Cool.
the one where there's like 3 Jokers, and they're all like, "Was good."
Yeah.
Was good.
And the thing, just going on to like the point that we made, that the final story, which is the one that's lifted from the Rebirth story, suddenly the Joker has like a slick back hairdo, much like the Suicide Squad Joker, shaved like sides, which is similar to the sort of
I think he's had that for quite a while in the comics, though.
and like a really weird head.
I think that was his New 52 look. I think he's had that for quite a couple of years.
What
Before Suicide Squad, yeah.
I thought it might have been changed to suit the new sort of style of the Joker that was in the movies.
I can't be certain on this, but I'm sure it's been that way for a couple of years. Because I remember seeing an image of that quite a while ago. I've not kept up with DC.
It might have been in the build-up to Suicide Squad you saw that image, because they must have been working on this film for about 3 years, more than that.
3 years.
It doesn't feel like it, but they probably were.
Yeah.
No, but they was probably in the works.
In production.
Concept art and
Concept
early
art,
stages
yeah.
and shit like that, yeah.
Crazy.
The director tossing it off over Harley Quinn.
Oh,
Yeah. How many
He was-
arse
he
shots
was-
that
can
was
I
the
put
point
in?
that I
Yeah,
wanted
he was-
to bring
This
up.
is a perfect segue into Suicide Squad.
He was just photoshopping that one shot from Wolf of Wall Street with Margot Robbie.
Oh.
We all, but that shot is beautiful. It's
Yeah.
just that
It's
David Ayer
beautiful,
shouldn't have
to be
been
fair.
doing it.
Yeah. Suicide Squad. Thoughts?
Um,
I'm going to say this. When I saw it, I didn't hate it.
I loved it when I saw it.
I wouldn't say I loved it. I enjoyed it.
It's the kind of film that I have a deep pleasure in watching bad films.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel that.
I can't remember who I watched it with, because all I could think about was Slipknot and just his great character arc of trying to climb things, and then the one time he climbs, he gets his head blown off.
Yeah, that's a good
Why
one.
was he on the... Why did they, Amanda Waller, think, who's the perfect guy to take down Superman? I know, it's a guy with ropes who can climb.
You know, he climbs loads of things.
Yeah.
Or a guy with boomerang.
A guy with... Exactly.
Can we not diss Captain Boomerang, who was the highlight of that film?
He threw one boomerang in that movie.
Didn't know fuck off.
And
did he,
it didn't
actually?
do anything. It was just a camera as well.
Oh no.
The rest of the time, he just, like, punched with them. That's all.
Oh, you're the fireman.
Oh,
Fire,
you're the fire
ooh,
bloke,
look at
eh?
the fire bloke.
Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
Jai Courtney was good in that movie.
He
though.
was. He was surprisingly
he
good.
was the only one having fun.
Well, Harley Quinn was having fun.
What's wrong, Daddy?
I thought she was the best part of that movie myself.
Um,
I
Jordan,
I kind of biased though because I have a big love for Harley Quinn. She's my favorite
I
comic book character of all
I
time.
have a big love for Harley Quinn, and I just feel like she deserves better. Joker shouldn't have been in it at all.
Joker should not have been in
Joker
that
should
movie.
He
not
was
but-
a massive letdown.
I tell you what, no, he should have been in that movie.
Right at the end.
Only at the end when he
Yeah.
breaks Holly out, and
Yeah,
then
that would've been a
then I
good-
would have been like, "Fucking hell, sick man!"
Yeah.
And I didn't. If I didn't know anything about it, rather than Jared Leto to perform for his 3 scenes as the Joker, he got everyone gifts and fuck off, you method prick.
Well, he sent everyone like used condoms, didn't he?
Oh, he's such a
There's
snob.
no need for that at
Is
all.
it?
It's just harassment.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
that is.
method acting, but you know, have
I
you
would go
tried
straight to
actually
David-
acting?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I
read
would
a
go straight
quote
to
from-
David Ayer and be like, "Fucking stop getting him to send me condoms."
What is
What's your
the
quote?
quote? The quote from
I read a quote from Will Smith who said he was terrible to work with on set. Like,
Really?
he was just a nightmare.
Well, I wonder why. Because
Yeah.
he's a pretentious dickhole. Is probably why. I will give him his credit. He gets into his characters. For example, Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
Now he was very, very good in that. Very good.
He was, but like they could have just hired a trans actor.
They could have done. Yeah, they easily could have done.
This
But
is
that's-
Hollywood, Nathan.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's true.
Like when you think about it on a simpler level, they could have just hired a trans actor, or they could have hired any actor to play a trans actor, or like to play a trans character, because that's acting. It's not. You don't have to be a trans. Like you
Yeah,
don't have to
I
be a
mean,
trans to act
in
a
the
trans.
same vein, there are a lot of people that were annoyed that a black person voiced Darth Vader. Like, Exactly.
That's just dumb.
That's dumb.
It's dumb. It's
People-
dumb.
Yeah.
It's acting.
James Earl
Yeah.
Jones is black. What?
Oh.
Yeah, but Anakin's not white anymore. He's charred. But
It's kind of weird though that his voice goes from like "you underestimate my power"
can't
to
handle my
"You underestimate
power."
my power.
Get those plans.
To the voice of a fucking 60-year-old smooth black
Yeah.
guy who's just like,
I
hey.
can imagine literally when he comes out, it's like, in your anger you killed it, and he's just like, let me break it down for you really quick.
Let me break it down, Palpatine. I didn't kill shit.
Hey, listen here, my dude.
I don't like
Yeah.
Sam.
Now let's break it down to the sound of smooth jazz.
We're three white guys. I feel like this is like bordering on
Racism, but we still won't cut it out.
and that's not cut.
Yes.
Well, I'm editing, so it's probably cut.
When Nathan is a bitch, when Nathan is...
All right, let's. So we've got this room for 27 more minutes. So.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I've got a topic we could talk about.
Okay. Oh, Suicide Squad worst ever.
Yeah, one of the worst.
One of the worst.
We find-
Terrible. It was. I said this to you last night. It was just trying to be like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, it was trying to be the silly DC one.
I didn't
Was
like
that-
the love story.
Was that your phone that just vibrated, Kai?
Yeah.
Kai.
I wondered
Turn your
whose
fucking
it was.
phone off, Kai.
I didn't like the love story in Suicide Squad.
What love story?
Between
the
the
really
love story.
irritating one between June, dumbly named
Yeah.
Moon.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah,
and Rick Flag.
That was
Yeah.
awful.
Sorry,
So-
that was forgettable.
No, and Amanda was like, so I did what I do best, and I got him to fall in love with it. How did you fucking do that? How did your entire plan work on the basis of Rick Flag falling in love with June?
Because he's a red hot blooded male and she's got thick eyebrows.
And she dances a lot in that
She
movie.
does hula hoop a lot, doesn't she? Yeah, she's like,
Ah.
oh, hello there.
Yeah.
I'm not. a fan.
I don't know.
Did you love their doomsday device, which was just
Beam in the sky.
beam of light?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's my
Yeah,
favorite.
Yeah,
It's really original, isn't
Yeah.
it? Like when have you
Where
ever seen
did
that
David
before?
Ayer get that one?
Yeah.
Speaking
Lit.
of David Ayer, I'm going to Google his name and see the first thing that pops up. And see
David
if we can
Ayer
fucking
assigned
annoy
to
him.
Sirens, Gotham City Sirens.
It'll be
movie.
that. David Ayer set to direct all female DC. All female. I wonder how he pushed for that.
Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. That's a fun Google.
Yeah. Suicide Squad, worst ever. Kai, worst ever
Worst ever what?
Nah,
movie.
it wasn't worse.
Oh, worst ever movie.
It wasn't.
I'm not talking literally here. Just say best or worst.
worse.
It certainly wasn't the best.
Is-
so it
is
has to
that-
be worst.
is that the
Can
only
we go for
rating we
an
have,
Can
best
we
or
go
worst?
for
One
an
or the other.
intermediate bordering shit?
No, you can go
Nah,
one or
you
the
only
other.
have what- best or worst.
It has to be worse then.
Worst.
doesn't it?
This
Yeah.
is the internet we're talking about here.
Yeah, true. There is no.
That's
middle ground.
true. If you get a 7 out of 10, which like
Worst ever.
arguably is great, I'm probably not going to watch it.
Yeah.
Worst ever. What's the point, mate?
Yeah.
Right, new topic. Will Glenn ever find Maggie?
We've done The Walking Dead. Let's move on.
Maggie.
You just want to do that. don't you?
alright.
I was getting cut.
That was pretty good.
That was cut.
Yeah, not if you've heard it for every 5 minutes for the past 2 days. Fuck off. It makes me feel sick. Stop it.
You know, there's a Twitter account called Glenn's Putrid Eye.
Yeah, it's yours. Okay.
No, it's not. It's not even mine. I wish it was.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Civil War.
One of the best.
One of
Yeah.
the
One of-
best.
that was a
Very
good
good.
boy.
There's no deny. The introduction of Spider-Man, which
Yeah.
was a perfect Spider-Man.
Perfectly done.
It was
Even though everyone knew about it, it was still amazing.
it was amazing.
One fault, I don't think they should have put Spider-Man in the trailer. It bothered me that they did,
selling the movie,
but
mate.
the movie
It's
was
just-
gonna sell. It was a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no,
but it's still- it's
his like my best praise for Marvel right now is that the trailers, and that's cut. the trailers used like the same scenes that were in the film, but with different intentions from the actors.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
which I fucking loved. Like the bit where Tony Stark meets Bucky and Cap in the bunker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the trailers, he's like, "You're a little defensive," but in the actual thing, it's
Oh
actually
yeah, they
like,
made it
way,
look like they
way
was about
nicer.
to fight, didn't
Yeah,
they? Yeah.
They did that like constantly, and that was that's great.
Oh, well,
You can
what
show a
that bit
trailer
was-
without actually showing what happens.
Yeah.
That's the bit where it's like,
exactly.
well, it's been a long day.
Yeah.
That bit, yeah. That's a good
It
one.
was Robert Downey Jr. in that movie, man. That is the best he's ever been.
I know.
think.
It is good.
Incredible.
It's very like thing is with Marvel, like actors in Marvel, like I think one of you two said it yesterday. It can't be that rewarding to do the
No,
same
yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
day in, day out. And it's not like they have the schedule to really have to work on properly anything else.
I mean,
Yeah,
yes,
just
yes,
lean a bit more
millions
into,
of pounds rewarding, yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
when you get that Marvel coin,
Yeah,
then
exactly.
you're feeling it. But
I mean, what is it for? Fucking what's the guy who plays Hulk again?
Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo.
Marky Mark.
oh, is he not Edward Norton anymore?
He
I
gets
missed
what,
that.
like 2 million, where opposed to 40.
He hasn't
wonder
been
how much-
Edward Norton since 2008.
How much is
I know, it was
how much is
banned,
Tom Holland
thanks.
getting paid?
It was banned.
Probably the
Tom
least.
Holland, how much is he getting paid?
Probably the least amount. Yeah, find that out.
I don't know. I bet he probably got paid a pretty little penny for Homecoming.
Probably the least
Yeah,
amount.
he probably got paid
Yeah,
a
but
little
like
bit.
probably the least amount of like all the Avengers though.
Tom
I don't know.
Holland.
He's the new boy.
Yeah, he is a new boy, but
He's
he's
a new boy.
Spider-Man.
He's
Yeah,
Spider-Man,
he's Spider-Man.
man.
That's a big fucking name.
Yeah,
How
well,
Tom Holland won
Civil
every
War's
role.
different though, because it was kind of like a glorified cameo.
How much were the leading actor pays? This is just for Age of Ultron.
And
I
it's
can find.
also Sony as well. Marvel aren't paying any of the bills for Homecoming.
Right, the Age of Ultron budget was 250 million.
That's not what we're
Robert,
asking.
I know, but Robert Downey Jr. got paid 40 million of that.
So a good slice.
It doesn't even say what Mark got.
No, it doesn't.
probably didn't get
It
anything.
doesn't even name over the Avengers. Wow. Compared, bearing in mind, Age of Ultron, I'm pretty sure Chris Evans had like an equal part to Robert Downey Jr. He got paid 6.9 million.
Do you know what he got paid for the first Captain America movie?
No,
200,000.
that's really bad.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Wow.
I'd love to. Yeah,
It's
I'd
really
love
good.
$200,000.
I mean, yeah,
but yeah, for like a
there's-
starring role.
Yeah,
in the
Tom
movie.
there's
Holland
a
was
thing,
likely
though,
paid
like-
much a smaller amount.
If you
Yeah.
take
That's really bad.
take
English.
Doctor Strange for example, I would argue that the star of that film is the CGI department.
The Cape.
Yes, the cape. It's the cape.
Yeah, now that is a good cape.
Have you seen Doctor Strange, Kai?
I have.
Did you enjoy it?
I loved it.
Okay, cool. That's enough for Doctor Strange. Best.
It was alright. It was okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's very
Enjoyable.
very by the numbers.
Very by the numbers.
But it was still
Or
good.
very by the numbers origin story. Enjoyable though.
Yeah.
Can't really complain about it.
Nah, I can't fault it.
Yeah.
I'm
was more
interested
fun
to
than Ant-Man.
see.
Well, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
No, I see. I had, as much as I loved the film and I thought it was really cool, I have one criticism with it.
Is it everyone trying to be Tony Stark again?
No, it's not, because no, it's just not that. It's, as much as everyone loves this fucking goddamn cape,
Yeah.
I think
Whoa,
it's
what's
fucking
happened?
one of the worst
What's happened?
things.
Did you hear
Is
that?
there something happened?
What do you mean?
Like my headphones just gone weird. Like it's came out in one ear.
There was a flashing light.
It's back, it's back. Never mind.
Okay.
That's all cut.
Yeah.
That was cut.
And that's cut.
Yeah, so the flaw I have with Doctor Strange is, as much as everyone loves the goddamn cape,
Yeah.
the goddamn fucking cape was the worst part of that film for me.
Was it?
Basically, you know, the bit
You're
where,
a
like,
very pessimistic boy though. You're a very everything has to be like kind of serious for you.
No, it doesn't have to be serious. Have your funny moments. For example, we'll get to that in Rogue One. I love the humour in that because it was well done and it was genuinely funny.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange trying to run away and his cape, like, ha ha ha. No, you're not running away, and then makes him stay still, right?
Yeah.
Like, pulls him back. That is funny. For a second. Not for about 5, because they milked it so
yeah,
much.
they did milk it a bit.
But right, there's a. I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a really important scene
I
where
think
they're
everyone's seen it by now. If we're going to talk Rogue One spoilers, then
Spoilers.
Fuck it,
Yeah.
yeah. Spoilers. Cool,
Spoiler
this is your
alert!
spoiler
Spoiler
one.
alert for Doctor Strange.
Right, the Ancient One dies, right?
Yeah.
That was the spoiler.
R.I.P.
That was it, yeah.
R.I.P. Tilda.
Yeah, oh. No, so the Ancient One dies, and Doctor Strange is feeling pretty pretty bummed out. He's pretty sad about it,
Yeah.
right? And then
With the flying
and then
cape.
Rachel McAdams comes in, and the cape's levitating, and there's a whole minute of where she's like, "Oh,
It's
the
not.
cape's flying."
It's not a whole minute. It's a quick glance. Like, oh, that's
Yeah,
weird.
it's a
and
glance.
then
But the thing is, in that serious moment,
Yeah.
it took away from the serious moment, and from then on out, I didn't give a fuck about the Ancient One dying. They
Fair.
ruined that moment,
fair.
which was dumb.
Fair complaint.
Marvel, the humour, like when they do it well, like they did it. There was a few quippies in Civil War, which was
Quippies.
funny. Yeah, quippies. Yeah, that's the word. There was a few quippies in Civil War that were funny, but they need to stop interjecting it at the wrong times. They need to start putting it in where I
I
genuinely
think
want to laugh.
I think the humor in Civil War was pretty on point.
Civil
I don't
War was
think
good,
there
and they had
any-
Spider-Man, which helped a
Yeah.
lot of the humour.
I don't think there was any wrong point in there where
No,
they got the humor.
No, but like there's things like in, for example, in Age of Ultron, just at certain
Age
points.
of Ultron was pretty.
For example, you know the fucking robot Ultron.
Yeah.
He weren't funny. Not a single thing that he did made me laugh, and yet they kept trying to painfully make me laugh.
That was reasoned though. That was justified.
Yeah, I know it was the whole like he's taken on Tony Stark's credit,
Yeah.
but Tony Stark can be funny. This
Yeah.
robot couldn't be.
But he's not Tony Stark. That's the thing though.
No,
He's a robot.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Marvel did not think as deep into this, and they've gone. He's a quipping robot.
You say that, but they've got Lord and Savior Kevin Feige holding over everything.
Yeah,
Kevin
but
Feige knows what he's doing.
But for all intents and purposes, Ultron was a quippy robot.
Yeah.
That was not funny.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make him not funny, make him not funny. Like they tried to do that.
Yeah.
There were so many times where they were like, "Oh, I'm not Tony Stark," and he rips that guy's arm off, and then he's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry." That wasn't funny. He knew he was ripping a bloke's arm off.
He's a murder. What do you want to do? You want to say sorry?
No, I don't want him to say sorry. I want him to rip the dude's arm off, and the guy's got no arm, and there's a consequence from that. It's not. Oh,
Ultron
no.
doesn't care about the
No, but
consequences.
fucking Andy Serkis cares about his arm.
Yeah, but what do you want Ultron to do about that?
No,
though?
I don't want Ultron to do anything. That's the point.
Look,
I don't want him to quit.
Right.
Okay.
Fucking Black Panther will open up with just him getting his arm,
His claw.
his fucking claw.
Yeah.
Because Marvel are so subtle.
Yeah.
Second name Claw.
Ulysses Claw.
What? Yeah.
What's going to happen
What
to
will
him?
happen there?
Yeah.
I'm going to get my claw, I'm going to put it on my arm, and I'm going to kill me a panther.
What really made me laugh. DC do the same though, because I was watching The Flash with you.
The Apaches.
We was watching The
some
Flash
sort of
with you.
Suicide Squad.
No, when I was watching The Flash with you, and it was the episode with Killer Frost, and then when they said her name, Dr. Snow, you went, "Is she really called Dr. Snow?"
Yeah.
And she's Killer. Oh, fuck off.
that was one of the biggest reactions I've heard. That hurt me. It's like when you told me that there was a character called Captain Cold.
Mate, Captain Kai, how lit is Captain
Oh,
Cold?
he's amazing.
He's great. He
Was
is.
amazing.
You know there's a Dr. Freeze, you know that. right?
Spoilers.
You know in the same universe there's a Dr. Freeze.
Yeah, but they don't have like access to Batman. They're like,
It's
no,
very
we can't
true,
touch that.
So instead we'll get Captain Cold.
Captain Cold's a really big Flash villain, and he's lit.
Speaking of robots who are funny,
Yes.
Alan Tudyk.
Is this the set? Yeah, we should probably get into it now. We should.
Hey, let me do the intro.
Okay.
You guys have got to do the theme. Ready? Da,
What?
Da, 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 da,
Except that wasn't in it.
I said, what have you become? It's what will you become. I messed up, okay?
What will you
Should we scrap that and do it again?
become?
Let's do that. Let's do that one again.
Bloody
Yeah, should we do a
Cut
clean
that.
take? Yeah. And
Right,
that's
We've
cut.
got a quarter of an hour left.
Well, we've got until someone kicks us out, really. Why are we doing this again?
Rogue One.
The Senate!
Rogue One. Yeah.
You ever
that's
hear
all.
the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise? All right, that's very fun, guys.
That was really fun. Yeah. Right now, let's get into the
So,
meaty.
Rogue One. Shall we? Are we just gonna go spoilers straight off the bat?
We're spoiling this, so if you're listening, there will be so many spoilers.
There really isn't a whole lot you can spoil.
I think there's a pretty
everyone,
big
if you
fucking
know Star Wars,
sequence.
There's
you'll
no,
know.
there's no big
Incredible
real like
New
plot
Hope.
twist.
I don't want to pussyfoot and talk around about that sequence. I want to talk about that sequence.
We
So
all know
there
the
is
sequence.
spoilers.
At the
Yeah.
end of the film, big old spoilers. They just get the Death Star plans off. We sort of also
Darth Vader fucks everyone up.
Never do that to my ears again, you massive cunt.
Vader fucks everyone up. Is
like
amazing.
everyone sees it coming. You're like, oh shit, okay, that's the ship. This is it's happening now. Everything's happening, and then you hear it. It's dark. Suddenly,
Get those plans.
Lightsaber fucking lights
Can you
up.
stop?
I think every single person expected it to just cut when his lightsaber went.
So did I.
And then it was the fucking coolest
Yeah.
lightsaber
yeah.
fucking
My mind
beatdown
was
I've
blown.
seen.
It was
And the way
sick.
he just the way he uses the Force as well, just picking up guys, shoving them into the
Yeah.
ceilings,
Yeah.
and it's so fucking good.
What was great about it is it didn't. It still felt like Vader as
It
well.
did, yeah.
It wasn't like fucking
The prequels.
episode 1. Like I wasn't.
Now this is
would like
kart
to see.
racing.
I would like to see it with the fucking whatever it is, the Fates music. Like, ha 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 ha. Yeah, I would like to see that. Star Wars, but every single fight scene is fucking. What is it? Something of the Fates.
Duel of the Fates.
Duel of the Fates.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
John Williams, shout out there.
Very good. Very.
He needs a shout out from us. Okay. Yeah.
Follow John Williams.
That was. I think that was my favourite sequence in the movie. Just that one scene on its own was enough to sell me on it. It was worth the price of admission alone for that one scene, I think.
Yeah.
It was so...
That scene was... Yeah, it's like what you said. It is so Vader. And this is Vader at his evilest point.
Yeah.
There is no care about him at the minute. He doesn't know he has a son. He doesn't know any of this. He doesn't give a fuck. He's lost everything. So
he doesn't know he has any children at all. He's got no ties to anything. So
so he just doesn't care.
No,
and that's that. You could really see that as well, which is fucking great.
It's only after he finds out that he has a son, that he's a father, that he starts becoming a bit softer. That he was like, okay, let's think about this, and maybe I can get my son on board. Maybe we can rule the galaxy together.
What a good dad!
What a nice guy.
Yeah.
Wish I had one of those.
Does he ever go to the park and play ball with with Luke?
Yeah, of course they do. They're best friends. So, favorite character of Rogue One aside from Vader, because that's
what's the name of the robot?
K2SO.
Yeah,
K2SO. Yeah, I'd probably say
he was.
I love Alan Tudyk in anything he's in.
He's really good.
He's great.
He's so funny, and he was on point, I think.
That's the only thing, as I said when I came out of the cinema. I said to both of you too, it was good, but I cared about 4 characters out of the many that were in that film.
Yeah.
The character problem was a slight issue. It didn't detract from the overall greatness of the film.
Yeah.
But it was a slight issue when, for example, I said to you this morning, watching Star Wars, Finn was great. Rey was great. Han Solo, Chewbacca, they're great.
Poe Dameron, my boy.
Poe Dameron, my boy, yeah. They're all such characters. These guys had sort of
now that's a pilot!
See, these guys in Rogue One, they had character traits.
Yeah.
Like, for example, one of them was the one that talked about the Force. But he didn't have a character, necessarily. He just spoke about
Donnie
the
Yen.
Force. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I told you this morning as well. I'm okay with that because, for me... First, it was a war movie, and that's what I wanted. I wanted that hard, gritty action that we got. We got it, quite a lot of it as well. I wanted a really good war storyline. I can get my character arcs, I can get my character stories and all that from the main episodes. This is a spin-off. This is the first spin-off they've ever done.
You weren't content with the Clone Wars.
Are you beefing the Clone Wars TV series, mate?
No, I'm not beefing the Clone Wars TV series. I'm beefing
the actual.
Do you mean Attack of the Clones?
Whatever, yeah. But it was the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
The Clone Wars.
But you know what fucks me off about the Clone Wars? Just on a side note,
the clones has whatever.
On a side note, the clones never attack anyone in that film.
Yeah, that's true. And also, there's.
Hey, where's Kai going?
Yeah. What?
Oh,
he's
cold.
His jacket on.
Sorry, guys, he's cold. He thought we could hear him.
There's a thermostat in there. There's a thermostat right behind you.
Pump up the jam. Pump it up.
Yeah. I can get my storylines, my character stories from the main episodes. As far as I'm concerned, I don't really need that in a spin-off movie.
And the thing is, I'm not even going to argue that point because it's unbelievably justified, and that's what makes Rogue One good.
Exactly.
Even the flaws are extremely forgivable.
Yeah. Kai, can you do me a favour? Mm-hmm. Can you turn your mic down when you're not talking? Just because there's some kind of background noise in there.
This is Rogue One. You have loads to say.
So if you want to say it, by all means, just turn it up and talk. But just because there's some kind of weird background noise in there. I'm sorry.
Kai, turn it up and talk now.
Say something about.
Tell us
Rogue
what you
One.
thought. Kai, what did you think about Rogue One?
I thought it was amazing. Yeah.
Good.
Thanks,
Kai.
Cheers.
Turn your mic down now.
I'm not done.
All right. Give us.
I agree with Nathan's point about the character, development and character traits and stuff as well. Actually, because I think.
Well, you didn't think there needs to be much.
I think because it's a standalone film.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's not one of the main episodes.
Yeah.
I don't think they needed to develop the characters that much.
I don't know. I will say I did care about the characters at the end?
I did.
Spoilers.
I was
extra spoilers, like when they died.
Yeah, I knew they was all going to die. 'Cause
Yeah.
obviously they're not in any of the movies.
Yeah, they're not in A New Hope.
They're not
I mean,
mentioned.
I
There'd be a
still
massive
stand
reason.
by that these guys are the Knights of Ren, and they can come back, right?
They
They
can
come
come
back.
back.
Yeah. But that's what I like about it. Even though I knew they was all going to kick it, I still cared when they did. I was still like kind of
I'd rather
kinda
like
sad.
as many of them didn't die via grenades though. Like there was
Yeah.
about 2 deaths that were grenades.
I think it was more than that. There was quite a few. There was Donnie Yen died through an explosion.
He
Yeah.
died for an
I don't
explosion.
think it was a grenade.
So
but he
did his
died through an
mate.
explosion. Yeah, his
So
mate
did his mate with a
and
big gun.
Bodhi did as well.
Yeah.
But Bodhi, his death, I thought was going to be. I thought like because it was so kind of comedic in the way that the
Yeah.
grenade was just like popped in. He was just like,
Oh.
like I expected him to just like jump out the ship or something, but it was like, oh no, he's actually dead.
I expected Jar Jar to save him.
Fuck off. Go fuck yourself.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, but yeah, Rogue One. Just leading up to the Vader sequence at the end, when you started to see things the first moment I started to see things tying into A New Hope was when I really started to fucking love it. Aside
Same.
from just not liking it, I started to fucking love it.
It ties in so perfectly to when you.
That-
I mean,
that's-
we went back, and as soon as we got back to my place, we watched the
Like
opening
the
sequence
first
of
10
A New
minutes
Hope,
of A New Hope,
and
yeah.
it is on point,
Yeah.
isn't it?
The thing is, right, you can see like where Bail Organa's like, oh, I'm gonna go back to Order, and now like you can see the filmmaker. No, but the filmmakers that must have like really fucking wrote like a pinpoint of everything that happened in A New Hope.
Oh, they did,
and
yeah.
figured out where characters needed to be because nothing was forgotten.
Not a single
Which is
thing.
so rare in like kind of big franchises. Like often filmmakers get lazy and they think, oh well, no one's gonna notice that. Like it's only fucking
Star Wars
Organa,
fans
is it?
will
Yeah.
notice.
But
Yeah.
Star Wars fans will notice.
All of the fan service in it, like
R2D2
Admiral Radis, the Mon Calamari.
Yeah, that was
who
lit.
was like, I'm pretty sure I heard someone go, like, is that Akbar? Yeah, he's
I-
just,
I
he's
wanted it to
turned-
be Akbar.
I thought it
turned
was
blue.
Akbar at first. Like you saw
It
him in
could
the
have
dark.
easily
In
been
that,
Akbar.
in that set, he's dead. The guy's dead.
Oh, is he?
The voice guy. I think he died after this was filmed. To be fair.
A fair few people in that film were dead.
No,
They worked their way
no.
around it.
Yeah.
Not the character. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Tarkin,
Yeah.
Peter Cushing, dead.
Tarkin, fucking...
If they can animate Tarkin, a human being.
But they also got an actor who does look. If you look at the actual
Actually,
actor
I'm gonna find out
who plays him,
honestly, I thought before he turned around they were just going to get Charles Dance to do it. I would have been okay with
it
that.
was Charles Dance.
Charles Dance.
Oh, from Game of
Tywin,
Thrones.
yeah, Tywin.
Yeah, of course.
They put a little prosthetic so he's got those cheekbones.
That would actually work. Actually,
Yeah.
probably.
I reckon that would have worked pretty well.
Why is Spencer? No, go back. We're looking at the cast for Rogue One.
Yeah.
And it's Felicity Jones, Diego Luna, Mads Mikkelsen, and then all the way at the end, it's Spencer Wilding as the voice of Darth Vader, but
Oh,
the
yeah,
picture
what?
is Mads Mikkelsen.
That's really weird, actually. Yeah.
Also, why is Spencer Wilding the voice of Darth Vader?
Yeah, he's not in the slightest.
That's James Earl Jones.
That's really weird. Oh,
Is James Earl Jones still going?
It's because the
Yeah,
first
he's still
picture has
kicking.
come up as a Rogue One picture, so that it's the same thing. I think.
Wait, did Spencer Wilding do it and not James Earl Jones? In this
No,
film?
James Earl Jones did it.
Of course, James L. Jones.
James Earl Jones voiced
There was a
Vader.
massive thing about him coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then why does it say Spencer Wilding? Did he
I
just?
don't know.
No, that's weird.
Maybe he helped out on like some.
Maybe he was the body.
Yeah, probably it
that's
was actually.
probably what.
Yeah. You need a big guy in the suit, don't you?
You do, yeah. You need a very. Big
That was
guy
the
in
problem
suit.
with Revenge of the Sith when it was just Hayden Christian in the
He
suit.
did
and
not
you're like,
fill that suit out.
Why does he look so thin?
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Rogue One. What was I writing?
A Star Wars story.
Yeah, there was, I back onto fan service, like the two fuckers from the bar.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The guys who, if you don't know, the guys who pick on Luke at the Tatooine bar, the cantina,
The
Mos Eisley.
He doesn't like you. I don't like you either.
We're wanted men. I have the death penalty on 4 systems.
What else was there that was very fan servicey?
And Princess Leia.
Princess Leia at the end, that was great.
That was really good CGI. I thought.
K2SO, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, I love the way they
The
handled
way
it as
they
well.
did that
the way
was
they like
different,
cut it
yeah.
off midway through the line, just letting you know that again it's something different from the main
Yeah.
ones. And it's
My only sort of problem with it is that the CGI for Tarkin was very good,
I thought it was very good.
but it still jarred me away from it because it was very clearly CGI
Yeah.
to me.
It wasn't to me. I
I
don't
don't
know what
know.
it was.
I got 2020
found
vision,
it
boy.
very noticeable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For example, like this is what I said to them. Again, it's one of them where, because of the fan service, I didn't give a fuck.
No, I didn't give a fuck.
Like, that's
I
the
didn't
thing.
care.
Like Leia turned around. Like I saw the build up and I was like, oh, okay, it's just gonna be Leia with her little hood up. Maybe she'll take her hood down. We'll see it's Leia from her little buns.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, she actually turned around, and I noticed that the CGI wasn't perfect. But then that was a split second after that. I was like, oh my fucking god, it's Leia.
Yeah.
That CGI wasn't perfect, but it was pretty.
Well,
It
for-
was
for
fucking
Leia,
very
yeah.
good. Yeah.
I at that shot, because it was so short, unlike Tarkin, who was in a lot
If
of
it was
scenes,
any longer, it would have been too much. But-
that was perfect. That shot, I couldn't tell if it was CGI. I think it's because I was nearly dead at that point of just pure
same.
sleep and exhausted from that Vader scene.
Oh, that Vader scene.
I
just want to watch that Vader scene again.
I would pay to just watch that Vader scene.
Same. And like you were saying, you had a problem with Vader's suit at first, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I thought it looked a bit. I don't know. It
looked a bit
matte
plasticky.
black.
Yeah,
and a bit,
but then
that is what it looks like.
But then
Yeah.
what happened once you got back to mine and you watched A New Hope?
I noticed it was exactly the fucking same, and I
It's
should quit
exactly
being a
the
bitch.
same. Yeah, you
Yeah.
shit. So yeah, Rogue One overall, mate. I'm very happy with that
I'm
movie.
very,
Here's
very
the thing.
pleased
Here's
with
something we talked about last night, or was it this morning? I can't
Here's
remember.
the dude.
It all
Sorry,
blends into
guys.
one.
On and off
What's this?
topic. Here's the bloke. Yes, that's the guy.
That's the original, isn't it? Is it?
Well, that's the no, that's not the original.
Oh,
that's
no,
the original.
that's the original, yeah.
And that's the bloke that filled in the
He does look very like him.
He
Actually,
does,
yeah.
He does look a lot like him.
So yeah, here's something we was talking about this earlier. If that is the last we're ever going to see of Vader in a live action capacity on screen, how do you feel about that? Personally, if that's the last we're ever going to see, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I
because
think
of
he
how-
went out
it's
with
fine.
a bang.
Yeah, he
what
did.
a great
I-
way to end
The
Vader.
the dude's now had 4 films. Well,
5.
It's fucking
Well, Vader himself 5.
yeah.
Anakin Skywalker is not Vader in the prequels. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but he's
No,
just
but you
not.
actually see Vader in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, like
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I felt her. She was alive.
Yeah. So would you be happy?
I'm fine with it. I think
I'm fine with
I
it.
think I'm pretty excited to see where they take Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren and all that.
I really want to see the Knights of Ren. I want to see
I'm
Luke
so
fighting
excited.
the Knights of Ren.
Because what I think will happen in the next Empire, as in Episode 8,
Episode 8.
which doesn't have a title yet, but I'm pumped.
The Force goes back to sleep.
I think it's going to be more like this Kylo Ren Death Squad just going everywhere, just fucking everyone up.
The Knights of Ren.
Instead of another Death Star or something.
They won't do enough Death Star.
I've got a little question because we're pushing time now.
Yeah, we are.
I've got one more question before we plug ourselves shamelessly and sign out. Right. What would you like to see from the next Star Wars story?
Next Star Wars story.
Next Star Wars
Well,
story.
Do you mean
Anthologies.
not Han Solo? Because that's going to be officially
No,
the
no,
next
no,
one.
but like not.
The next one announced.
I mean, like, yeah,
okay,
the next one.
Here's
to
mine.
see, yeah.
Here's mine. Here's mine. Okay, Obi-Wan versus Maul. Showdown. The fight to Endor fights.
Didn't they have that already?
Yeah, but Maul is back in canon though. Like, because Maul is still alive and he's searching for Obi-Wan. He wants revenge. I want to see an Obi-Wan movie on Tatooine. Well, of course it'll be on Tatooine. But I want to see Maul find Obi-Wan. I want to see
no
those
fucking
two
legs
fight.
now, though?
He's got robot legs.
Yeah, he's got like robot-y spider legs in some point, and then he's got normal legs.
He had like a spider body at some point, but
Yeah.
he's just got normal robot legs now.
Same.
I would love Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan.
Ewan
His-
McGregor's
his-
so good.
I want.
Hello there. Hello there.
Hello there. I want.
Have you noticed the shields are still up?
I want a
One problem at a time,
Cynootles.
master.
Cynootles.
I want a Cynootles one.
Who's Cynootles?
Cynootles is the singer from Jabba's palace.
I
would like-
I asked this question so seriously. You massive.
Well, alright, okay,
dickhead.
alright. I'll answer.
Serious
honestly.
answer.
I would like the pod racer pit droids and how they sort of came into their own.
Now that's
and
pod racing.
Is that those little ones that you have to go?
Yeah.
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 Those annoying little boys.
Yeah, they're good little boys, isn't they?
Or
Oh, here we go.
okay, no, legit.
Is this a serious one? Then?
what's his name? What's the guy who goes Podo? You know.
Yeah, I know the one you.
The one who races Anakin.
Sebulba.
Sebulba. I want a Sebulba. I want a Sebulba solo film.
I would agree, though.
We should wrap this up. Man.
Oh no, like I would probably watch a pod race.
Kai over there. Kai.
Yes.
What would you like to see from a Rogue One? Not a Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Oh.
We'll come back to you.
Great
Think
input.
about it.
Yeah, see you later.
Laurence.
Next week.
I don't know.
Laurence.
I'm just gonna go out there and say it's very bland, and I've no idea where they'd go with it in terms of story.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about the Darth Maul bit, but I really do want to see an Obi-Wan film.
Yeah, same, yeah.
I want to see what happened, or what exactly Obi-Wan did bang on after A New Hope.
I want to see
who he fucked
after-
to
Yes,
get Rey as a daughter.
Yes.
because Rey is a Kenobi.
That, like, let's be real. I mean, the story is supposed to be following the Skywalkers. It's like keeping up with the Skywalkers. But the truth is that the Kenobis are the actual good guys of the galaxy.
That's
Yeah,
true.
they are.
Yeah.
They really are.
God bless those Kenobis.
There's only 2
Right,
Skywalkers
I think,
left.
Precisely. No,
Should we have a quick-
Leia's technically a Skywalker.
She is. Should we have a quick
Yeah,
look at the
I was
news?
talking about Leia and Kylo.
Of course, yeah.
Who was
No,
Kenobi's
Luke.
dad?
Oh, of
And
course.
There's no.
No.
We don't know any parentage there.
No.
The only Kenobi we've ever had is him.
It's just him.
Yeah.
Maybe Satine.
Wait, who's
Although she
dad?
died.
Who's
She
Kenobi's dad?
Is she now canon? Still?
Yeah. Clone Wars is canon.
Okay.
So.
I want to see what Han and Leia did in like domestic life
They fucked.
when they're
Yeah.
not fighting.
Just
Yeah.
that's what they did. They
Yeah,
just
there was
fucked
always-
as a fault.
Well, no, they actually legit fucked.
Yeah,
She
Harrison
wrote it in
Ford
her
and
book.
Carrie Fisher just fucked and fought all the time.
That's her
Just have a look
autobiography. Carrie Fisher fucking and fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's. I think that's.
Yeah, we should
good.
wrap this up.
Yeah. Let's wrap this. Boy, yeah.
We'll see you next episode
Wait,
when we're
hold
talking
on.
about the Star Wars Pit Droid movie.
No, I just want to say that not all the episodes are going to be like this, okay? Because this is kind of like a one-off pilot sort of thing. I don't know if you shared with this actually, but my view for the podcast is because it's called Your Opinion Sucks. What I want is for like each of us, 1 week each of us to bring
An opinion about a thing.
Yeah, an opinion about a thing to the table. Like mine was going to be why personally I think that the Heath Ledger Joker is overrated. And then
Controversial. That's next episode.
controversial. Stay tuned if you want to find out.
Fucking say that again, so it's my fucking
Heath Ledger died to play the Joker.
All right, shut up. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, but his method acting wasn't exactly like Jared Leto good.
No, it killed him. That's what.
Right,
It was
yeah,
so good
anyway.
he died.
That was the podcast.
Yeah, turn his mic off. Okay,
All right. Yeah, we're getting kicked out.
yeah,
so.
we're getting kids out. Okay, so we'll see you in January. Well, you'll hear us in January, maybe,
Shameless plugs.
if you liked it. Yeah, Garrett, where can the people find you?
Wherever they sell alcohol and antidepressant tablets.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Probably should have asked Kai first. Kai, where can the people find you? Do you want to plug
Same.
your Twitter or
I'm on
something?
Facebook. I'm on Twitter.
No one wants to Facebook friend.
What's your Twitter?
My Twitter is at Kai_M_Young.
Oh, that's awful. You got to change that.
I'm on Instagram, Kai M Young.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Turn your mic off.
You boys and
Bye.
girls want to hit me up on my Twitter? Stop it! Stop doing it! I'm just gonna use my own mic.
Just talk.
Laurence, high sea. High as in up high, and sea as in the ocean, that kind of sea. Laurence is spelled with a U. Thanks.
That was. I'll put all these in the description in the show notes.
Yeah.
Also, my Twitter is at Nathan Bauer _. Instagram's the same. Feel free to follow me. And the official Twitter of the podcast is at Your Op Sucks. That's at Your OP Sucks. Your Opinion Sucks wouldn't fit. It's too long. So that's it.
Is it actually too long?
Yeah, it's too long. Had to shorten it down. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If
I mean, we're only doing this because it's fun for us to do
yeah,
it.
that's literally the only
And
reason.
don't forget, guys, if you like this and want to hear more of our opinion sucking, or just general sucking, hit that thumbs up button.
There's no thumbs
I
up
know,
button.
it's
Like-
a YouTube crease.
It's a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, rate, subscribe, suck my
Subscribe,
dick.
yeah.
And also suck my dick.
We'll delete our channel at 50 million.
Did you see the resolution to that?
No.
He deleted his side channel.
Yeah.
which he hasn't posted on in like years.
No, he made it.
Tons.
Did he make a side channel for it?
No, he made a side channel and it got like 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
He called it like whatever the other guy's channel is too.
Yeah.
The Irish guy. Anyway, bye.
Jack Septic.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye.